Do you guys feel it? There's been an awakening. Oh, the song is Awakened by Alan. Looks like Alan Iverson for a second, but Alan Iverson. But alright, guys. Welcome to Monday. Red Rav, good to see you. Good to hear from you. So, let me go ahead. Oh, hold on. I'm wearing the wrong shirt. Hold on. I got a special streaming shirt. Should I pull the chat? Is it going to be a white shirt or a black shirt? Or am I going to wear a button up this time? Or no shirt? If Simply joins the chat right now, I'll go no shirt. Alright, almost on. Hold on. Alright, place your bets. White, black, button up. What do we got? Extra points if it's a button up. What color is the undershirt? Alright. I meant to put this on before I started, but I forgot. So, I'm keeping you in the dark, and here we go. 3, 2. Oh, it's just the black shirt. Sorry to disappoint everybody. Maybe a button up next time. But alright, it is Monday. We are here. We've done it. The week has started. How's everybody feeling? I'm a little tired. I didn't sleep the greatest last night. Actually slept a little longer than usual. Ugh. I usually start work at 8. And I decided to sleep in an extra hour, start at 9. So, yeah, just a rough night. I shouldn't say rough, just didn't sleep great. So, but work went well. Yearly review was today, and it went well. I mean, meets expectations / slightly exceeds. So that's where you want to be. So that's great. All right. So for the stream, I honestly didn't do anything to the stream since Saturday. Sunday, I was rewatching the video from Saturday, and I didn't realize. I wouldn't say I wasn't like drunk or anything when the stream ended, but I was getting pretty loud. So I was rewatching the videos and I'm like shouting into the microphone. And I think part of it is these are sound canceling headphones, so when I'm talking, it doesn't. I feel like I need to yell, and I get yelly when I'm drunk anyway. So it's kind of a double whammy. But so I haven't really changed anything with the channel since Saturday. I moved one of the emotes to tier 1, so the rainbow bidet is now a tier 1 emoji, and when the time comes, we'll move the other one down too. So. Got to come up with some more ideas for some more emojis. I haven't commissioned any more art or anything, so we'll get there. I'm not in any hurry. But yeah, in terms of like quality and stuff, nothing's really changed. So, I added a new channel challenge, so that kind of counts. So I think it's for 10,000 points. I'll bring my dog on stream. I'll hold my dog while I do something. So yeah. So with that being said, Monday is our leveling day, so we're gonna jump in. So for those of you who didn't see it last time or just want a quick recap, we were begging for some money to buy a new glyph, and a client soul was actually gave us some money. Actually gave us extra money, and so we obviously reimbursed him because I'm good for it. It just knows it on the character. But yeah, there we are. So again, to recap, Mondays I'm leveling a druid. And I never played a druid before, so I'm a little confused by some stuff. I just unlocked Sunfire, so I'm a little confused by what I'm supposed to do. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Now I also want to point out too that the streams are now going to be 3 hours long on the weekday. So we're going until 8 o'clock tonight Central Standard, which is awesome. That'll be how we do it going forward. So just having a great time hanging out. I didn't fix the freaking camera. I know you guys want the volume. Oh, brother. Anyway, so 3-hour streams going forward, and then weekends are going to be 4 hours. Just having a great time hanging out with you guys. And there we are. So we got this extra money from the guy who donated to us. So I'm just going to take a look on the auction house, see if there's anything worth grabbing. So we don't need a weapon. I could grab bags. I should grab bags. And let's go usable only. Search. Kind of like. So I mean, I could buy some 30 item level stuff. And honestly, that hat would be a big upgrade. It's only 30 gold too. So we'll grab that hat. And this stuff will get replaced pretty quick, so I'm not too worried about it. 30 on the shoulders. Perfect. Another nice upgrade. 100 gold. The song is pretty good, man. I'm not sure who's buying this stuff for. I'm not going to spend like over 1,000 gold on some stuff. You know, 100 gold maybe, but see, that's not that big an upgrade. Headband, we just got one. Bracers, 28 to 19, not that big. Boots, 28 to 23. I'm surprised it's not showing me the comparison. Normally it does. Head, waist. Do I have a shitty? Let's. How about we do this? I find something that's shitty and I replace it. Shoulders. Usable shoulders. I mean, 27 is still a decent upgrade. Yeah, we'll just buy that too. Alright, let's grab some bags too. That'll be important. Oh my goodness. 30 slot bags are only 100 gold? Are you out of... What? Dude, I remember when Netherweave bags were the standard, man. These were like, boom, 16 slotters. 30. What? Why is that more? Is this... It's buying not equipped. It's a 30 slot bag. Okay, I guess I'm buying friggin' 4 of those. Never worrying about bags again. 2. You know what? I'm just gonna buy 1. I bought 2, but I'm only gonna use 1. I don't want to like. I don't want to make this too easy, right? We got this extra gold, and you know what? I'm actually gonna donate it back to the guy. So let's go. We'll equip one of the bags. There's our shoulder. Oh shit! I bought 2 shoulders. I'm a dummy. All right, shoulder, hat, and then we'll sell off this junk. So let's open the guild bank. Am I not in a guild anymore? Homeboy booted me. Wow. I wasn't ready for that. So for those of you who were on last Monday, the gentleman who donated us all that money invited me to his guild, and I joined it, and... Okay. Alright, I guess I'm not in the guild anymore. Which is fine. I was hoping to stick around so I could... as you kind of like do guild quests... Oh, shoot, my phone. You get money, right? So... Or the guild generates money. So I was hoping to stick around in his guild and generate him some cash. But I'm not in the guild anymore. Okay, let's... I guess we'll just send it back to my character, my main. Let's send Nathaniel 3,000... Let's say 300. Is there a reason I can't send that? What? 3,300 gold. I'm good for it. What in the world is going on? Oh, you're right. I'm just used to it automatically. Oh, I don't have that add-on. You're right. I'm just used to having an add-on that automatically puts something in there. God. I'm like, oh my god, am I going to get banned because I traded that guy all his money? Thanks, Birdcaper, by the way. Hope your Monday went well. Looking for a strong week. Let's sell off all this junk. I don't have a sell all junk button. Rough. Nope, we don't want that.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels, like you.
24 on shoulder. Okay. Alright, so we're going to clip one of those bags. Just because I didn't want to make this too easy. I mean, a 30-slot bag, basically. So I have a 6, a 6, a 10, and an 8. So this one bag basically gives me as much space as my current setup. So it's funny. Okay. Drop this off. Delete that. I honestly probably won't need that, but we'll just leave it there. 12-slot bag. Need the tier balloon. We don't need this. I don't really care about the gold. Don't really care. That's I break for 10 gold. Alright, we're looking good. Okay. So let's head on back. Oh no, wait, we got the dollar round one. Oh no, I want to go back to my base. Alright, so where I left off is I need to figure out when I sunfire and when I moonfire, because they look like they're the same thing. Okay. Quick beam of lunar light burns the enemy. Maybe there's going to be a talent or something that it's still kind of eluding me, to be honest. I would assume that when I've got an eclipse going, right, I'm going to sunfire, then the other one is the other way. Increases nature's solar eclipse, increases nature spell damage by 19. Lunar by increases arcane. So eclipse solar. Okay, so I basically just... I got it. I think I got it now. Seems like busy work, but... Okay. Turn that in. Okay. So I'm still deciding how much of the actual campaign I want to do for the I don't know, like you know, I'm leveling, but let's enjoy the experience. I think the quest stuff or the class stuff is some of the best. Hey, Faye Loves, happy birthday, dude! Happy birthday! Happy Monday, dude! Oh, brother.
This isn't right. Destroy the malevolent seedling before it escapes.
Yeah, hopefully nice strong week, start of the week for you. Mine was actually pretty solid. Alright, so now that I'm in this, is when I solar beam him. Right? Increases my,
I'll examine what's left of this.
yeah, okay. Alright, let's try this in. Nice, I left it early because I have a migraine, but it's cool. That sucks to hear. Do you get migraines a lot?
Nature's gifts. The nightmares spread.
Speak to Brawl. And then we're not going to pursue a second artifact. Dude, I never had one left until I got Moderna vaccine like 2 months ago. Really? I wonder if that's a side effect for some people. That kind of sucks, dude. I hope it subsides for you. Good on you for taking the vaccine, though. I mean, I don't know. It feels kind of weird. Like, yeah, you haven't something bad happen to you, but, you know, good on you. You know? Oh, Flight Master's Whistle. Does this expansion have that? Yeah, I haven't been following any of the effects of the vaccinations or anything. I just know that they're out, right? And in Minnesota, where they're still doing the elderly people, so and frontline workers. So I've just been working from home. I don't leave the house very much, so I'm not in really any hurry to get it. But yeah, that sucks, dude. My experiences with migraines are spotty. I used to get these headaches. Gotcha. You was opening a bunch of age groups. Yeah, it seems like Minnesota's going a little bit slower, but I'm glad other places are starting to open up. And I mean, they're saying July is when everything should kind of start feeling normal, which will be awesome. But I used to get these headaches. Like, it'd be directly behind my right eye. It was just like something was just jabbing me in the eye. And the only way I deal with it, you know, take some Tylenol. I put an ice pack on my eye or on the back of my head. And then I just lay down in a dark room. And I just thought it was a bad headache. And then one day my cousin's wife was like, "Oh, you're having a migraine." I'm like, "Oh, I don't get migraines." And then I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. Sensitive to light, right behind my eye. I gotta ice it. Like, oh, shit, that might be a migraine. Yeah, they typically don't last long, fortunately. So it's not too bad. And I'm not trying to get any sympathy, but it was just like I thought they were just normal headaches, just kind of more intense than normal. So I haven't gotten one in a long time, which is awesome. I thought it was just a headache thing that we were like, yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't want to oversell it because you don't want people to think you're a chump or something, and you're like, oh shit, they might be onto something. Especially if you don't have them, right? Like, it seems like people who have migraines typically are kind of chronic, right?
I'm awake.
So they know when they're having them. So for people like us who never really get them, you're just like, oh, it's just a headache, blah blah blah. No, wrong guy. That guy. Yeah. But yeah, that sucks, man. Well, I'm glad you're feeling good enough to join us tonight. I had a ton of fun on Saturday. I was actually thinking, I was talking to my wife, like, man, I have so much fun streaming. Like, I want to do, so the stream's going to go longer now, right? So we're going to do 3 hours. And, like, I just want to add another day. Like, I want to do another, like, set of streams. And I was like, all right, let's not overdo it. Let's not overdo it. Let's go nice and slow. But I think if I do add an extra day, it might be like a retro game thing, where I go back and I'll play some old games from my childhood or whatever. What realm am I on? I'm on Melganis. Which was the answer to our question on Saturday. Did you like that my mom knew the answer to that question, Phalo? Oh, I texted her. If you check her video, where we both called each other at the same time, I sent her a text saying, "Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. Here's the answer. Don't read this out loud." And if you look at her, there's like a part in the stream where she's looking at her phone. And then the next day she called me. She's like, "Who's that Malganis person?" I thought it was funny. I figured you guys would get a good laugh out of it. I do it all for the laughs, man. Hope you enjoyed the story too. I love telling that story. You kind of had to be there to really appreciate it, but oh no, I set it up for you guys because I knew a couple of you guys were in there, so I just thought it'd be funny since my mom has no idea. If I ask her what Warcraft is, she probably wouldn't know. So I thought it would just be funny. She'd know this fucking random character.
to the wind.
Cylindra.
Does it
Miffins, what's going on, dude? Ooh, that badge next to your name looks so good. You look good in the green. It's green on my screen. I don't know if it's green on everybody else's screen, but use your cat form to follow the tracks.
use your feral form to heighten your senses.
Okay, wrong button.
Between the three of us,
There
we can pick
and
up
there.
the satyr's trail.
Yeah, I was just telling Phalos about the my mom having the right answer to the Melganis question. I thought you guys would get a good laugh out of that. I still got to clip that video from Saturday. I just haven't gotten a chance to go back and do it. But doing good, man. Strong start to the week. I had my yearly review, and it went really well. Totally expected it to go well, so it's not like a surprise. But yeah, good start. How about you, man? Yeah, I thought people who were in the chat would like that. And she said it. I should have spelt it out like male instead of mal. I should have just spelt it the way it sounded and not the way that we know it is. I missed where I was supposed to go from there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so after Sitmom's face, he rated Shrek Dog, and when I told him that Sitmom has sensual Saturdays in the cinema. Well, I don't call in with stories about that. My mom's a little bit more adventurous than I am. How about that? I might have a story or two though. I gotta check with the wife, make sure it's all right. It's not just me the story's about. Yeah, I have no problem telling like embarrassing stories about myself. But when there's other parties involved, you just want to make sure that the other party's cool with it. The long fart. Man, I'm telling you, I don't think I farted as long ever again. Like it was now I've had a smellier fart. The worst fart I've ever laid down. It was after a night of drinking. I don't know about you guys, when I drink too much beer, at least in college, my stomach the next morning would just be like out of control. And I remember I was trying to sleep, and I was hungover, just trying to sleep, and I farted, and my God, like it just woke me instantly up. Like I can't sleep with this smell in my room, but I also can't stop farting. So it was terrible. Yeah, I need more slots, man. I want to make a lot of emojis for you guys, but I am out of slots right now, at least at tier 1. And that just comes down to subs at this point, I think. But no, I want to do, have the emoji where it's like a butt farting, right? And then there's like a cloud emoji. I don't know. I don't want to be too, I want to keep it PG-13, right? But I mean, there's already a toilet emoji. But we'll get you guys some stuff. Don't you worry. I want to give the people what they want, as I've said 100 times, and we'll say 100 more. You guys, like, I wish I was on camera, because I'm like, as I'm farting, right, I'm like pushing it out, so I'm like, and this guy right next to me, he like looks at me, and I'm just like looking at him like, and I didn't get that much shit about it the next day. Or after, I was lucky that, again, it was the day before for Christmas break. So, like, a week had gone by. And so it wasn't, like, fresh in people's mind, but it was like... He's like, yo, dog, you smell that? Oh, it was great. Embarrassing, but really funny. Oh. You're pushing it out, right? And I'm just like, God, just get this over with. But it never stopped. Mr. W, I need to go to the nurse's office. Because he like, half his class just ran to the other side of the room, so he doesn't know what the hell is going on. My fiance sometimes wakes me up, sometimes I have to wake him up, and you have to go to bed. Wow. I don't think I've ever had it that bad. And my wife doesn't rip them, not like I can. There was one time, right, I was getting ready for bed, and I've told this story before. And she usually goes to bed before I do, by like an hour or so, maybe more. So she has a habit of kind of like half talking in her sleep when I come to bed. Like she'll wake up for a second and then go back to bed. And so I get into bed and I let a good one. It wasn't like a monster by any means, but it was like a nice one. And she's half asleep and she goes, "Whoa." I just started laughing. And she was half asleep. She has no memory of saying that, but it's just like, I've never been more complimented by my wife in my entire life. When your wife says "whoa" to one of your farts, you know you made it, boys. I've woken up from my stomach hurting due to gas, but not because I farted. Yeah, she'll have to be on one of the streams one of these times. She guys thought it was such a she was loving the beer summoning jokes. She was laughing that you noticed her ring. It's pretty funny. Which, for the record, let's just clarify, her diamond ring, or the diamond anyway, it's in her family. It's like a family diamond. So I didn't pay for that sucker. I bought the band though. We bought the band. Wimp Whistle, what's going on, man? We're just talking about farts, you know. Typical Monday stream. I told myself when I started streaming, I don't want to be the guy who talks about bidets and farting all the time guy. But it's just who I am, man. Everybody has it in common. Everybody's got a fart story. Yeah, I know there's only a couple people in the channel, so that's why, well, it'll be an inside joke for you guys. What am I doing here? Am I supposed to be doing something here? Information extracted. Okay. But yeah, I was hoping to watch some Symphony this afternoon. I didn't see he tweeted yesterday. He's taking a little break, which is good for him. I'm glad he doesn't feel like he has to grind himself out. Wonder what he does for fun down there. I haven't talked to him about like what he actually does. Well, I think he got himself caught in the hype of like doing a March Mario Madness, and he's like, all right, let's just go crazy with the streams. I don't think he's ever gonna do this again. And he honestly should have done like every other day. Whenever people ask him, he says I walk, sometimes run, sometimes read. That dude does go for some walks. He does walk a bit. I'm not sure I've ever seen him read a book. I know he does read. I've just never seen him do it. I would assume he works on his music. You know, I'm sure he plays games in his off time. I don't see him on Steam doing anything though. Who knows? But yeah, he approached me. He wants to do some collab stuff. But I think he's just so whooped from doing his streams that he just doesn't. I mean, when Saturday rolls around like 8 o'clock, he doesn't want to do fucking anything. I don't even blame him. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about the other day, like, so Saturday we were, you know, finding streams that had like 15 or 16 viewers, and I don't have the didn't really catch this last stream. Hopefully, it takes some time for him. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of got a nice little. He's kind of good background noise, right? Like some streamers are kind of like in your face a little bit, but Simply's kind of chill, and you can look over, like if you're interested in a certain world or whatever. I'm glad people really enjoy his stream. He's a good kid. But I was looking at some of the channels after we asked some questions the other day, and I don't have my viewer count up when I'm streaming. I did it the first couple times, and like when you see the numbers like slowly dropping, it's kind of, I wouldn't say demoralizing, but it's just like, you know what? I don't need to see it. I don't really care how many people are here. But where am I going with this? I don't even know where I'm going with this. Sorry. I just noticed I was like, oh, let's rate some small channels, and I didn't realize I'm smaller than the channels that I'm rating. Just an observation I noticed. Which we'll give it time. Okay, this guy is not what we don't need to kill this guy. I was on his subreddit and somebody posted a link of like him laughing and then it switched to a dolphin laughing because it sounds like a dolphin. It made me laugh so hard. I don't know if you ever go back and look at some of his old stuff. Somebody linked the one where he was in the Mall of America, and I watched part of it. I was like, oh my god, this is so this is rough to watch. But I remember talking about this last time. But You got to start somewhere. And he never used to laugh like that. Like I think he kind of exaggerated, and now he can't stop. If I had to guess, will it be a trivia tonight or just Saturdays? I think we're going to keep that to Saturdays. How many bits did I end up spending? Is there an easy way for me to check my bits? We didn't really spend that much. I don't have the cash to do that every single day. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll have the money to do that. I also don't want to run it into the ground, right? That there's only so many WoW streamers. But that was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys had a lot of fun. I was watching some of the footage and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta not talk so fucking loud. I'm way too loud. Alright, what am I supposed to be doing? Too busy talking. I gotta focus on the quest. I think WoW Trivia stuff is super unique and fun too, although I guess it costs money. And make some cool videos. Yep, exactly. If I had unlimited money, yeah, we would do it all the time. We'd have a day dedicated to just going around doing trivia stuff. Yeah, awesome. Good. I love to hear that. Because while I enjoy streaming, I also want to do content that you guys like, you know? So, gotta give the people what they want. Alright, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be interrogating them, but I don't see any of them. This guy. Come here. And I'll find some good questions, too. I like that we have, like, a baseline question so everybody in the chat knows the answer. Because not everybody's going to know the answer to those questions. I'm glad that we can get some questions that become part of the channel, right? Let's just say I had some unsavory business dealings when I was younger. I forgot my mood conform. Duh. Alright, I'm getting body now. Uh-oh. Let me tell you something. That ring hurts. You try to hold hands, or like she scratches your back, or you know anything. That sucker hurts, man. I've been swatted by that thing. I think she caught me, like, she went to reach for something with me at the same time, and her ring just sliced my hand one time. It's just like, I get beat up with that thing. Alright, I need to find another satyr. Diamond so big it hurts, sounds like a flex. Yeah? That's a bonus off. Yeah, I don't have to worry about her ever being, like, attacked or anything. Swing that sucker like a club. Bro, you guys gotta get off of me. Alright. Like, they're just like pulling ads on me like crazy here. So yeah, I'm trying to come up with more ideas for content. Like I was I don't think I finished this thought, but the idea of like streaming an extra day, like I actually really want to. I'm having such a good time. So I like having shows, right? So you guys know, like, okay, on Monday he's gonna be doing WoW stuff, or you know, Thursdays is gonna be kind of like Wild Card, and then Saturday is its own thing, right? So that you gotta know what you're tuning into, and you gotta know what you're gonna get. So I'm trying to think of another day of what I could be doing, and how do you guys feel about like a retro game kind of night where I can play some old games that maybe I used to play, or old games I wanted to play but never got around to it? It'd probably be like a lot of 90s PC games. I don't know how you guys feel about that. And that could also be kind of Mondays. Well, Faye Loves is in. Okay, cool. So, I just don't want to jump in too quick. Yeah, so I am going to do the Magic the Gathering stuff. I think that'll be part of Saturdays, maybe Thursdays. Because Scompidin has also said he'd be interested in doing some of that stuff. So, I could pick up Magic Arena and do that. Are you guys familiar with the, Am I lagging? Looks like I'm lagging a little bit. Are you guys familiar with the old Magic the Gathering card game? What's it called? Chandelier? That 90s one? Yes, I played Dungeon Keeper. Yeah, we could do that stuff too. Chandelier is like an RPG Magic game where you walk around and you like duel people. And if you beat them, you get their cards and stuff. And there's people who walk around and like ask you like Magic trivia questions and all kinds of stuff. It's actually a ton of fun. Even if you don't know Magic, it's super duper fun. If you guys would be interested, I could do that too. But yeah, no, I want to get some interaction stuff. Yeah, it's a really old game, and it's not like widely known, but it's really, really good. I've not got enough water in today. You could tell when you're dehydrated by how good water tastes. Do you play Hearthstone? I kind of dropped out of it and didn't want to buy back in. Yes, I do play Hearthstone. I bought packs for the next expansion, and I was going to open them up on stream. So I don't know about you guys, but I just love watching people open packs. Like, I don't even play like Pokemon, but I love watching people open Pokemon card packs. So I got the expansion. We'll open that up on stream and try and make a deck or something. But they're going to have that Mercenaries mode, too. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but that could be good, too. But yeah, Hearthstone's part of it. We'll do some Magic the Gathering Arena. You guys are making the content. I'm just the puppet doing my thing over here. But yeah, so I just want to do. It's going to be kind of a variety stream until I kind of hunker down to something that works long term for me. But oh, for flip's sake. And ultimately, if this becomes kind of just like a let's chat channel with some minor gameplay stuff in there too, that's good too. You know, we'll see where it goes. You know, a month in, I'm actually. Oh God, did you guys see it? Oh God, I almost did it again. I know what I want to watch. Yeah, good. Now here's the thing: is I can't please everybody all the time, unfortunately. So, luckily, we all seem to be on the right track. But yeah. Pretty pleased with so far. I think I've been going for about a month now. I think this will be my 4th week. I forgot when I started, but really happy with the growth. And that comes from you guys. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for having some fun with me. So yeah, I'm really pleased with where the channel's at. And we're only going up from here, baby. Strap it on. Strap it in. Whatever you got to do. Okay, I want to not do this. I want to like progress. Last thing I thought of in the Pintos, if they're comfortable some early playing Magic with their friends, cool. Yeah, we could do that. So my friends who play Magic actually live out in Virginia. They moved out there right as the pandemic started, and it seems to be like once your friends move away, you don't really have anybody to play with anymore. So Slick was talking about playing some old school games, but wouldn't look up my suggestions, so I thought maybe you will. Yeah, man, I would love to. So I've played a lot of like old school RPGs, right? Like the one that I remember the most vividly is called Stone Keep. It's a pretty janky, like, first-person RPG kind of game. But I love going back to those older games. And maybe I won't beat them all, right? But to, like, experience them would be fun. Like, the old Fallouts, I never played those. I started with Fallout 3 and loved it. I tried to play Fallout 2 once, and I died on a rat, and it didn't autosave. I was like, okay, well, I can already see the heartbreak. But yeah, going back to some of those older classics I never got around to play. Like Ultima Underworld or Ultima Underworld 2, I would love to go back and play those. I never played them, but they seem like such classics. Ultima 1 might be too much. I watched a playthrough of that. I'm like, wow, this looks a little too much for me. A little too extra for me. Just make sure this guy didn't have a quest for me.
We are nature's guardians.
Druids of the Claw.
Go with scenario.
Now, Slick lives at the house, right, with Miz? He's part of that group? Legacy of the Wizard. I feel like that is part... Isn't that part of, like, the NES? Here, hold on. I feel like I saw that. You know when you have the Switch, you have that NES Classics? I feel like I saw that in there. No, this doesn't quite look familiar. It looks almost... Kind of looks like those old-style D&D games a little bit. Is that kind of what we're looking at here? Bolitho, what's going on, man? Good to see you again. No, tell me more, Faye. Absolutely down for playing some old school games. Again, can't guarantee I'll beat them, but we'll try them. I need bears. Bears. My favorite names were Croc and Croc 2. Here's my Magic 3 for sure. Giant says if you don't. You don't know the giant one, don't know the Crocs, but as you know, I'm a Heroes of Might and Magic 3 dude. It's so crazy to go back and watch people who play that game on YouTube and stuff, and like just how they've like dissected it, right? Like they know how the AI is going to react. But man, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is just freaking awesome. It's like a family, and each character has skills, weapons, and you switch on and off who you are. All right, man. I'll check it out. I got some emulators on this computer. That shouldn't be too bad to run. So yeah, when the time comes, we'll add like a retro game night. I'll play through your guys' classics and mine. I think that actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. And I didn't actually... I was a Sega guy, right? So there's probably a ton of classic NES games. I mean, like, the classic Zelda games, I haven't played them. So that could be a good content, too. And then randomizers, etc. We'll find content. When I first started the show, I was like, what, I don't even know what I'm going to do. No, I want Bro with me. He's a follower. I was like, what do people even want to watch? And now it's just kind of flowing now. Now it's just a matter of me, like, buckling down and putting the time in. Yeah, I actually pulled yours up. Sorry, I had it over here. I took a look at it real quick. But yeah, let me reach a breaking point with these, and I'll start writing some of these down, just to keep a list. I don't know if my childhood games are retro. First console's PS1. That's on the edge, man. It'll be retro in a little while. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the next zone, because I'm basically done with this area. And I just want to go now. So I think this is going to send me there, but yeah. I think it's retro because Cheese didn't know what a PS1 looked like the other day. To be fair, there's been a lot of different PS1s. Like, if you asked me what the original PS1 model looked like, I know it was gray. But, like, they have, like, the slim one, right? So, dude, I remember... You guys remember that like, Best Buy or, like, Circuit City would send out those, like, the advertisements in the newspaper and have all the games lists? I remember taking that to school and, like, dude, I want Resident Evil 2 so bad for a PlayStation. I didn't own a PlayStation. And I'm sure my mom has told you guys, you know, we grew up relatively, you know, money was tight when we were growing up, so it wasn't like I'd go out and get one or anything. Abe's Odyssey. Dude, there was something about that game's cover where I'm just like, I'm not interested. Like, there's, like, didn't he have his mouth sewn? I think that's what did it for me. Like, he had, like, some kind of thing on his mouth that was just like, nah, I'm not into that. Mickey's Wild Adventure sounds familiar. Spyro, obviously. Bubble, 40 Wings, Gauntlet. Are you talking about Gauntlet Legends? Because Gauntlet Legends is awesome, dude. Me and Sipley used to play that a ton. Blue Wizard needs health now. Love it. And Spyro, man, the Spyro remake was my first time playing. I'm like, hey, this is pretty solid. My wife used to play it. What am I doing here? Is there a spell? Something I gotta do? Commune with the Feral Stone. Yeah. Yep, those are them. Yeah, Abe's face. Something about Abe's face just like, get me the hell out of here. Oh, you just walk through it. Collect one essence from Fender in the Halls of Valor. Alright, so that's a dungeon quest. Are these all gonna be dungeon quests? Yeah, because I'd always see, like, Abe around, and I was like, why do people want to play this? The dude looks like there's something wrong with him. I have to go through this in the right form. I didn't mean to kill that snail. Boomkin, maybe? Guardian, Balance, Restoration. Oh, I gotta... There we go. Okay. Alright. That's kind of cool. Yeah, these are all dungeon quests. Yeah, so I was a Sega guy, right? So I played a lot of Sega games, like... the one that immediately jumps out to me is, the... Shining Force. Shining Force 2, specifically. I'd go to my buddy's house almost every weekend, and we'd play that game. And back then, when you're a kid, you didn't have the internet or anything. For those of you who don't know, Shining Force is like it's kind of like Fire Emblem, right? So you have units and you're on a battlefield. And so we were convinced that the harder you smashed A, the better chance you had of both hitting and critting. So we would be there just like slamming on these friggin' controllers. Obviously, it didn't do anything, but you know, we were 10. How could you know the difference? I had legit nightmares, and in the second one they had their eyes sunshine. Yeah, see now it's creative though, right? Like there was a lot of creativity back then. Nowadays it kind of feels a little more by the books, right? Like it doesn't feel as creative. I mean, there's still some cool stuff coming out. Don't get me wrong, but it's like back then it was. I mean, some wild things coming out. Oh yeah, man. I think it's Altered Beast. But yes, Golden Axe. That was actually the reason I thought about doing like a retro game night, is to go back and like play some games that I had not been able to beat as a kid. And Golden Axe was the one I thought of. But Altered Beast was one, like, I can picture the guy transforming in my mind, but, you know, I was a kid, so I didn't remember what the actual name of the game was. And then I look back, oh yeah, it's Altered Beast. It's one of those games that I knew the pictures and not necessarily the name of the game or what the game even really was. It was my dad's console. My dad was a Sega guy. He had the Master System. And I remember we used to have, like, those ugly cartridges, like the red and white mixed ones. Yeah, the Rainbow Bidet is now available for those of you with the Tier 1 subscription. I want more emoji slots, guys. I want to give the people what they want. I spend time on Fiverr, like, looking at artists, trying to find somebody whose style I like. Because I'm not an anime guy, right? So I don't want it to be too anime-ish. Sorry for those of you who are into it. I know you're very passionate. But it's just not for me. Okay. Where? These are all dungeon quests. I don't need to see any of this stuff. Oh, I have to go to Dalaran. Duh. But yeah, I'm on the hunt. On the hunt for more emojis to make. We'll do the toolbox thing here in a little bit. I keep telling myself, all right, maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Like, even with the toolbox thing, I mean, the stream's only 4 weeks old, right? So if I get 3 or 4 made, we're not going to see them for like a year, right? So there's no rush. We'll get them done, but there's no rush. I'm getting a little dry. I'm getting a little parched. And I don't want to say this to everybody, but in a pinch, a bidet works as a water fountain really well. Just make sure it's clean. I mean, it comes up right to face level. I mean, you wouldn't want to use it when somebody else is, sitting there, but if you're in a pinch, you need a quick drink. I'm totally kidding. Do not drink water out of your bidet. I'm sure you could do it and you'd be fine, just don't do it. That would be like my 10,000 subscriber special. Is bidet water safe? And I would test it for you guys. 10,000 subs. I'll put it up on the screen. Let's make it happen. Oh, man. I gotta be careful what I say. Love the Rainbow Bidet. Nice. Good. That one, the bidet ones are like, they're kind of like tongue-in-cheek to the channel, right? And they're goofy. They just make me laugh. I don't expect them to go very far, but I do. They make me giggle. All right, so now we can go back to our board. Yeah, see, we're already an hour in. I'm glad I was just feeling like with a 2-hour stream, like, by the time an hour comes in, like, that's when I feel like I'm hitting my stride, my groove, everything's feeling good. And then it's like, oh, I've only got, an hour left of my sauce, So 2 hours now feels good. Probably gonna be an early night, though. Gonna be an early night when I do these, though. Which is fine. The older I get, the more I'm kind of enjoying waking up earlier in the day. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like, I'm a night owl. I love staying up late if I can. But lately, getting up early has been kind of nice. All right, we have a choice of 3 places we can go. High Mountain, Stormhelm, Azuna. Any preference from anybody in the chat where I go? I polled the first time, but I think we're going to skip the poll this time. And if nobody has any suggestions, I'll just go to Stormheim. That's my favorite. Where's Pigger when you need him? He's always got an opinion. Night owls are just normal owls, bro. Stormhelm it is. All right, Biffins. I'm going to jump in before anybody says anything else. Yeah, I thought about working third shift just to be up during the night. There's something about it, just nice. Travel storm. There's $1 on Portal here. Wow, unbelievable. Good to know. Okay. But yeah, as I'm getting older, I find getting up early, especially on a work day, with the work from home lately, I just kind of wake up at 8, roll downstairs, punch in right away, you know, where if I know Sibley was talking about how my dad can wake up without an alarm, which I can verify is relatively true. I don't think I've ever heard him set an alarm, but I'm sure he has. But he still gets up on time, right? So I just find if I can wake up without an alarm, I just feel so much better. And I've got a nice ringtone and stuff. I like my ringtone that I wake up to, but I also like dreaming a lot, right? So I like to I'll go back to bed to finish a dream. I dream really vividly, I feel like. I don't remember them very long, but I enjoy some of the dreams I have. Like, I have reoccurring characters, reoccurring locations and stuff. It's pretty funny. Alright, where's that note? Little RP action here.
As your new war chief, I share with you the burden of securing our future. To that end, my fleet is preparing to sail for the Broken Isles. When you set foot in
1 month of dream journal. I don't keep a dream journal. I know Simply did. If I get a good dream, I'll try to tell you guys. The thing with dreams is you gotta be careful. Because to you, they might be, like, the person who had them, it might be interesting. But somebody else is be like, dude, I don't give a shit. It literally didn't happen. But I have some, like, recurring location. Like, there's a mall that I go back to. For those of you who've ever seen Are You Afraid of the Dark? The episode where the guy gets trapped in the mall. It basically looks like that mall. Yeah, it's always dumb, and it's like, it seems like it's cool, and to you it's cool. Like, me and my wife, we share our dreams, and it's cool to hear hers and stuff, because they're usually pretty funny. But it's like, you also have to be careful. It's like, if you're talking to a coworker about your dreams, you're like, and they're like, bro, I mean, come on. This didn't even happen. It's not even real. So I walk that thin line between, I don't want to bother people with my dreams because they're not real, even though they might be funny, versus, you know, telling people about them, you know, so you gotta walk that line. If you guys are interested, I'll try and write some down. But yeah, Simply did the dream journal for a while. He wanted to do lucid dreaming. He said he could do it. I'm crazy. Like me driving a car, but I can't drive like in real life because even though it's a dream, I didn't give myself the ability to drive. See, that's pretty funny. I told my coworkers one thing last night, but that's because they were bored. And I thought, yeah, see, that's about when you would do it. Yep. Wish I remember mine, but I rarely do. Yeah, that happens a lot. Obviously, I think it's your brain like telling you, don't remember this. This is just garbage. Don't worry about it. It's funny. I feel like cars come up a lot in people's dreams because I have a dream, and this occurs all the time, where I'm driving. I know how to drive, unlike Bifids, but my brakes don't work really well. They work, but they don't brake that well, right? So I got to push them like super hard, and I still go skidding. Quest goes on. NG, you're here. 6 o'clock is actually kind of when you show up. We're going to Stormheim. What other? I have another reoccurring element of my dreams where I go to close the door and lock it, and as I'm closing the door, somebody's trying to get in. It happens every time, dude. Like, that's kind of when I start lucid dreaming. It's like, I know if I go shut this door, someone's going to try and break in. And I still do it. It still happens. But yeah, I have very vivid dreams. I used to, I don't know if you guys can do this, but can you guys, like, when I'm, like, half asleep, like, when I'm waking up for the day, I can, like, play games of Call of Duty in my head, or, like, games of, like, Apex Legends, where it's, like, a full-on legit round that takes place in my head. It's not, like, a full 10 minutes, right? It's more like probably 2 minutes. But it's so real. Like, I'm getting killed, and, like, I'm getting mad because I'm getting killed in my dream playing Call of Duty. It's so bizarre. Humans are weird, man. Alright. Yeah, this time around I get to bed and watch the stream before bed. Nice. Good, man. I'm glad you chose me, dude. Happy to have you back. So if I'm not having the car dream either, it's my cats have escaped or I'm trying to Google something I can't type. Yeah, I feel like... yeah, those are kind of similar to the kind of things I have, where it's just like, you know things are going to be reoccurring, but... Sometimes I play rounds of CS I previously played. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. I remember, when I'm fixated with a certain game, it just feels like, I'll do a quick round of Call of Duty in my head or something. And again, not a full round, but it's a couple minutes worth of a match. Another dream. Since we're on the subject, I guess I'll just tell you guys a couple that I've had. The only one that I vividly remember, and the only reason I still remember it is because I got sick. Okay, recreate Nightmare Mario trying to BLJ on the endless staircase. Is I don't know a lot of the speedrunning terms. I'm assuming I've heard BLJ before. I don't know exactly what it is though.
Yes, of course.
But I had a dream that I was on Jeopardy, right? And Alex Trebek asked me a question and then walked up and then just started punching me right in the stomach and just wouldn't stop. And I was doubling over on the desk. And I woke up and my stomach was... I was in so much pain, my stomach. I had food poisoning, is what it was. So I ran to the bathroom, both ends, and I had to take a week off from work. It was the worst case of food poisoning I ever had. And ever since that food poisoning, it was from chicken, right? I have to have my wife temperature check any chicken she cooks. It's like a weird like tick I've developed where I don't feel comfortable eating chicken unless I ask her if she's measured the temp, and she does. And she's a trooper. She does it for me. And like store-bought chicken's fine, but just something about... I mean, I was sick for a week, dude. I was constant diarrhea. But yeah, so that's kind of a lingering... But I just remember that dream, Alex Trebek just like punching me like, oh, why does this hurt so much? And then I woke up and like, oh, it still hurts. Some Freddy Krueger shit. That was a rough year. Now that I think about it, I got sciatica that year too. Which, for those of you who don't know, sciatica is, I ask them, they never do it for me, though. No, I actually don't eat KFC really that much. But yeah, store-bought stuff is generally pretty fine. I think what had happened with this batch, and I can't confirm it, is she cooked the chicken, right? But I used the tongs that she had used to place the chickens to pick them back up and put it on my plate. So I think that's what happened, because she got a little bit of something, but not as bad as I did. Oh, we got something here. You ever get hit in a dream and wake up and think you've been hit in real life? Yes. Yes. Do you guys ever get it where you're laying down and you feel like your mattress sheet is being tightened? That happens to me all the flipping time, dude. Like I'm falling asleep and it feels like something's pulling my leg. All right, hold on one second here. In my dream, it was the last night of camping with buds. We were swimming at the lake and a bear saw us and followed us back to camp. We stood on the picnic table and looked for the bear spray. We spotted it, and then the bear saw it and snagged it. The bear then called over its bear friends to come to our camp and go through our stuff. So we were stuck on the picnic table while the bears went through our stuff, and I missed work the next day. Is that entertaining? To me, it's entertaining. I could see you waking up and not being super entertained. That's pretty... That's pretty funny, dude. This takes so long. There's nobody else around here. Let's give me some easy ones to shoot. Last month, I thought I saw a clip. It said I woke up screaming in pain because somehow I tensed both my legs into cramping. Oh, yeah, man. Cramping in dreams sucks, dude. I tell everybody I drink water because I'm afraid of cramping at night. Because I used to get cramps when I slept. Or for days. I believe it, dude. Cramping is no joke. I haven't had a good cramp in a while. A good leg cramp. My foot will cramp up every once in a while, right? My big toe will just like go like berserk and just like, ugh. But I haven't had a leg cramp in a long time. And those suck too because it wakes you up. First of all, the pain wakes you up, right? So then you walk it off, and then again, for me, my gluteus maximus is like all tensed up, right? So I can't go back to sleep because that's like irritated. Zeska, Bazooka, my man, welcome to the party. You have any dreams? We're talking about dreams. Any reoccurring elements to your dreams? Nightmares? No, it's never remember my dreams. Yeah. There seems to be those kind of people, like people who don't remember them at all, or then people who can really vividly remember them. It's probably better off you don't remember them, because they are basically useless, right? Well, actually, Paul McCartney wrote yesterday because he heard it in his dream. So, you know, dreams are good for something. Yeah, I'll write a couple down for you guys. I know I have really good ones, right? And I fill in the, when I tell them, oh my god, can I hit some flippin' griffins, please? When I tell them, I kind of have to fill in the blanks a little bit. Like, I know, you know, like, sometimes the story doesn't make total sense, so I have to, like, maybe change it a little bit to make it make more sense. Do you think that sleeping with headphones changes anything about dreamings? I don't know. If I had to guess, Zek, let me know if I'm saying your name right too, by the way, man. Zekas, I would say it would. Just because I feel like I've woken up with the TV on and had a dream similar to something that's going on the TV, right? So I think it would depend. You think that sleeping? Yeah. I'll bring you some dreams. We got the wild card on Thursday. We're gonna do some Slay the Spire on Thursday. And Scomp, if he's around, he's gonna do a giveaway and give out a key. I'm gonna give out a key too. And for those of you who don't know what Slay the Spire is it's like a card game. You build a deck and you work your way up like a board game, right? So what we could do is, if you guys are interested, I can get the same key or the same seed, right? And we could all run through, do a speed run of the level together, so you can do it fastest. You're saying it's spot on. I listen to Paulson. What podcast you listen to? I love a good podcast. There's so many. All right. I guess we'll start it off with a dream thing. I feel like I'm stealing Sitmom's content. I feel like this is more Sitmom's territory. You know, she's gonna call me up and be like, "Why didn't you tell me about that?" Ah, nah. I'm like, Mom, the channel said it, not me, man. Maybe I'll have her call in instead of me calling in her. Yeah, you know what? She's gonna do. Is it Sensual Saturday? The fuck? Hold on 1 second. If that was a spider, I want to panic. Something just fell on the ceiling. Something definitely hit me. I don't know what it was. Okay. If you guys see a spider on me, let me know. Spider reaction, I know. Okay, there's definitely something. Alright. Okay. I'm an adult, 31 years old. 1, 2, 4. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam! There it is. Thanks, Miffins. That'll do it. Oh, so this is a funny story for you guys. I don't know if Stepmom shared it to you, but for, I would say there's a good year and a half, there was some kind of rodent living in the basement of our house. And so, my cousin was living with us for a while, so he was in the basement, so he nicknamed it Gus. He'd hear Gus walking around or something. And Gus stayed to himself. And back then, the basement was like half storage anyway, so there was really nobody down there. And so when my cousin left living with us, he moved in with a buddy. I moved down to the basement. There was a king-size bed down there and stuff, so it was awesome. But I remember I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd hear Gus walking around. Not near me, but just in general. I could hear him scurrying around. So if I ever thought he was too close, I would just lean over and I'd hear him, you know, scurry away. So I had a roommate with Gus for a long time. I shouldn't say a long time. It was a couple months. We're not sure how he got into the house or anything, but yeah, good old Gus. Ask Sitmom about Gus next time you see her. Oh, sorry. There's one comedian in Portugal called Pedro Monta. He's a panther who talks about his daily life. Really? Does he like have guests on and stuff? Where he? Oh, for flip's sake, dude. It wasn't a mouse. It was bigger than a mouse. I forget what the exact animal. It wasn't like a raccoon. It wasn't that big. But and it wasn't a rat. The good old Gus, yeah, you'd hear him scurry away. It was so funny. You know, it'd be in the middle of the night because I'd wake up. I used to have a fixation where I would pound a bottle of water in the middle of the night. I'd have a bottle. The basement was so cold. Yeah, man. Did you not know that? Technically, he's my brother. I was here first. If I take my shirt off, you would see the resemblance. No, he's actually much hairier than I am. I used to have giant African snails, and they used to creak across the glass at night. What? Like their shell would, like, you'd hear that click in the glass? I had a pig named after Gus from Cinderella. Oh, is that where she got the name? I didn't realize. That's so, okay. Dead on. Spot on. I thought it was just a random name. I feel like this is going so slow. Have I gained a level today? Yeah, I got bark skin. Okay. No, we're the toolbox. Or the tool drawer. We can do the tool drawer. I personally thought shed was going to be better, but if people like the box, I'm good with box too. Ban me. Say goodnight, Miffins. Bam. I don't even know how this stuff works, and I can figure that out. It was pretty funny, so I joined Simply's chat. I think it was yesterday, the day before. And I pop in and I just ask him, like, goofy questions, right? I just kind of throw him softballs and stuff when I'm bored or I'm on lunch. And so I was trying to use one of my emojis. I was trying to use the rainbow bidet emoji. And I typed it in right. It just wasn't ready yet, right? It was still getting approved by Twitch. And some guy called me out, so I timed him out for a second or two. And it was just funny. Welcome to the toolbox, brother. You can't let people flex on you like that, you know? You gotta take them down a notch. I saw a meme on Simply's channel, or his subreddit, where it was a newspaper headlines that 87% of Americans don't know that they're moderators of Simply's channel. Which is, I was looking through the list, I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are. Oh, did you really? That's all it takes to lose mod status, huh? I'll get it back to you here in a little bit. Get wrecked, man. Don't mess with me. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Yeah, if you guys want to be mods, let me know. I'm as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like, you know, it's like you can't really mess up with it as a mod, as far as I can tell. Again, I don't know for certain. And again, the channel's so small. Yeah, 87% of Americans don't know they're a mod for Simply. I gotta come up with some, like, ground rules. I mean, it should be, well, hold on. I was gonna say it should be pretty self-explanatory what the rules are, but some people need some help. And so we're gonna give it to them. How many more of these do I need to do? 2 more? Okay. Okay. I gotta kill this guy, don't I? No? Okay. Just nuke this dude. Get the heck off me. See, it'd be cool if he did, like, sun in one hand and then moon in the other. Oh, shit, he does do that! So see that, guys? He does moon in one hand, then he does sun in the other hand. That's actually pretty sick. I gotta pay attention more to the details. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, that should be 7, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Get the heck out. Play any class without stealth or warlock tank pet annoys me so much. Yeah, once you once you have those things, man, it's such a nice privilege. Oh shit. NG! NG, welcome to the toolbox, brother! I gotta come up with a voice for that. Don't worry, we'll get better. We'll get better at that. But seriously, NG, thanks for sticking around, man. Great to have you guys. In general. I actually get so pumped when I see a subscriber. Not for the money, but it's just like, hey, these guys think I'm good. Okay, I'm getting fucking bodied. They like me. Yo, why are all these guys at me? Welcome to the toolbox. That's not supposed to happen, dude. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I've never died on that. I didn't realize there was a... Have you guys ever seen this? There's a res up here. Welcome to the toolbox. So I'm also going to have to get an animation. Instead of a diamond, it'll be like a toolbox opening up and then maybe something drops in, some tools splash out or something. That'd be kind of funny. And then it clamps shut. I got ideas, guys. Yeah, see, this isn't supposed to be happening, I don't think. They weren't supposed to attack me like that. I'm a sucker for production, man. I say it a lot. I'm a quality bitch. I like doing things good. I think it's funny. I think it's funny too. I'm glad you guys are on board with it. Because like my humor is like stupid humor, right? I like things that are stupid, but like it's funny and I'm in, right? So it's like if to anybody else who's watching it, like the toolbox, that makes no sense. Or like, it's like why am I named Tool? Why am I named after an insult? You know? It's just like it just makes me laugh. Like it's hard to make fun of too. Because when people are like, oh, you're such a tool, like your name fits, oh, you're such a tool, blah blah. I laugh at it. I was like, that's really the best you can come up with, man. Like, it's like bait. The long fart story. Yeah, my man. It was so funny. I was making the face today on stream. I was saying, like when I'm farting, when I was pushing it out, and the guy asked me, like, I'm making this face, like, right, I'm trying to push it out, and the guy asked me, dude, do you smell that? And I look over, I'm like, just. Why am I doing this in can form? I've used cat form more for fighting than I have freaking this other form. It was so funny, you guys. You gotta be able to look back and laugh at that kind of stuff. Again, I think I was a sophomore. Sophomore or junior. I forget. Pretty sure I was a sophomore. I might have said junior, though. It all blurs together. So this bugged out on me last time. Okay, it's not gonna bug out. I got plenty more embarrassing stories too. I can think of some more. Oh, here's another good one for you guys. This one's not so much embarrassing as it is funny. So, I was out at a wedding for my cousin. I have a ton of cousins. So she's not really part of the story, but I was out for her wedding. Yeah, the nurse just was just like, yeah, you know, day before. Well, a part of the story I didn't say was that my best friend at the time was also in the nurse's office completely separately. He was just there for something else. And so when I told the nurse, hey, I farted really loud, I need to go home. He's just like, dude, what? You know, I didn't include that in the story, but he was there for that part.
Good luck out there.
Hey, I remember that because my mom came and picked me up. Oh, you called it a good time. I was just about to start baking cookies. I just turned on the oven, and had you called me a couple minutes later, I wouldn't have been able to come get you. Okay. That's how you know it was meant to be. So yeah, another slightly embarrassing story. Oh, I forgot what it was. Hold on. Oh, right, got it. So the wedding. So the wedding, you know, everything got fine at the wedding. And so, the sub trifecta. Well, and the nurse knew I had stomach issues too. Let's add some more context to that story. Because I would go get Tums from her like 3 times a week. I mean, like my stomach would hurt. So like, hey, can I get some Tums? Right? So she knew that I had stomach issues. So I think that maybe is why she didn't even try to like argue with me. And say like, hey, you know, let's try and keep you in heal. And you know, it's the day before winter break. So I think it all just kind of like worked. Why am I getting so wrecked, you guys? I think that just, it happened to work out like that. Dude, taunt this off me, please. Okay, so the wedding story. So, I was 20 at the time, because I was underage, right? And I was having some drinks at the wedding. So I looked 21. I didn't get carded or anything. And so I'm having some drinks. It's actually pretty funny. Every, like, I would have a beer, right? And so every once in a while, my mom would come up behind me and be like, stop drinking. And I just ignored her. I just kept drinking because my cousins were there. They're all above age. And so we're all having a good time. So then the second time, you know, a couple of beers later, my mom comes up behind me and she's like, you got to slow down. I'm like, okay, Mom, I will. And then towards the end of the night, she comes up behind me again. She's like, just make sure you don't drive anywhere. And I'm like, I'm going to walk over to my aunt's house. She lived right across the street. So I'm just going to walk over there. And so one of my friends had called me, so I was on the phone talking to them. I got to fast forward the story a little bit. Sorry. So long story short, there's a hot tub. And so they were still drinking in the hot tub. And one of my cousins got into an argument with another cousin. And he wanted to go out dancing. That's what it was. He was trash. He wanted to go dancing. And so he got pissed and left. So my aunt lives next to the woods. So, or a cornfield. It's a cornfield and it's woods. So my cousin, let's give him a name. Let's call him, God, there's so many names in my family. I'm trying not to say their name. Let's call him Zach. So Zach just like, he's in his underwear, right? Because we're in a hot tub. And he just books it off into the forest, this cornfield. So we got dressed and we start going looking for him. And we can't find him anywhere. So we call the cops because he's wasted. He wants to go driving. And so we're like, we're just not going to let him go. So I'm pretty inebriated too, but I just want to hang out. You know, there was this girl in the hot tub. Things were going well for me, let's just say. Sorry, wife. I think she's heard this story. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere from my angle. Spoiler alert. But anyway, so Zach CK is what I was thinking. So we're in the front of the house because we can't find him, so we're waiting for the cops to show up because we called them. So the cops get there, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And this is kind of where I didn't mean to be a dick, but I guess I was. Zach, at the time, he must have been mid-30s. I don't actually know exactly how old he was. I was 20. So yeah, mid-30s. He was a bit older. So cops show up, and it was me, my sister, my other cousin. So Zach's brother was there, and he was probably 30 at the time, probably a little bit younger. Zach would have been 35. How old was the cop? I don't know how old the cop. There's 2 of them though. So this is the part of the story that's embarrassing, is that we all gather up to the cop car, and we all tell him what's going on. Like, hey, this guy's gone. You know, he wants to be breathalyzed so that he could drive, but he's clearly not good to drive. And so they're asking questions, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, dude? These guys are used to dealing with drunk idiots all the time. I'm gonna be nice to them. So I go up to him, and I'm obviously drunk. I'm underage too, so people didn't want me to go talk to the cops. That is a story for another time, Miffins. But anyway, so I go up to the cops. I'm like, hey, you guys, what are your names? And he goes, I'm Officer David, and this is Officer Johnson. And I'm like, no, what are your first names? Because I'm trying to be nice. Like, these guys are used to dealing with drunk idiots like me all the time. And so the guy, dead ass, just looks at me and says, Trooper. They just fucking pushed me into the house, like, go away. Oh, it was great. I was just like, I'm just trying to be nice. What the hell? Trooper. Oh, boy. Anyway, so that night, I forgot where I fell asleep. It wasn't very... Oh, I remember. So, as a follow-up, so eventually, Zach showed up, right? He comes fucking, like, rolling around the house. We didn't know where the hell he was. Cops were gone because they couldn't find him. And they're like, all right, if you hang out for an hour, we'll give you the keys. Because he was just pissed off. He didn't want to argue with anybody. So I'm getting ready to go to bed. And I'm like, hey, man, you want anything to drink before I go to sleep? And this dude just says, scotch. I'm like, okay, dude. Talk to you later. It's just an animal. Thinking he wants, like, some water, maybe some orange juice. Just trying to be a nice guy, and everybody's shitting on me that night. So anyway, I woke up the next day. The lady that was interested had took off, but she left her number with my sister, and she's like, yeah, I can give you her number if you want. And I'm really not that kind of guy, so I'm like, no, it's all right, that's fine. And that was the end of my conquest. Dude, I'm pretty sure Zach has an IV of scotch hooked up to him. So yeah, he got his scotch. No, that night he did not get his scotch, but got some wild family stories, man. I have a big family. I'm sure stepmom has told you, but she has three siblings, right? And then each of them have like 3 or 4 kids themselves. So I have a lot of cousins on one side, and then my dad's side, he only has a brother, and he has 2 kids. So kind of lopsided.
I haven't got all day. You're not super
Out with it.
But yeah, I'll have to think of some more embarrassing stuff. But yeah, we'll look at some dreams. So yeah, make sure you get your dreams written down too. Search the wreckage. Wrath of the Blightcaller. I get everything done over here? I gotta go back. Did Zach ever get more scotch? Dude, so this guy, just to put this into to Zach's situation, right? He shows up to a wedding. It's an open bar wedding. Doesn't have to pay for anything. He shows up with his own bottle of scotch because he didn't like the scotch they had there. Like he brought a bottle and put it on the table. Like, and that's what he drank. It was, I mean, at the time I thought it was funny, but now when you look back, you're like, wow, that's not right. I have another funny story I want to tell you guys too. That so this takes place with Zach's brother. Let's call him. I was just about to use his real name. Let's call him. Let's call him Steve. Steve works. It was. You know, we had something crazy happen at my wedding. I didn't see it, but I heard about it, and it just sounded funny to me. I don't know. There was just everything went so right on my wedding that the thing that went wrong was just kind of like, oh, this is fine. It didn't hurt anybody, you know, for the most part. So no big deal. But so I was visiting Steve. So this is Zach's brother, in his house, and they lived out in New York at the time. And so I went to visit him, and he kind of lived on the suburbs of Rochester. Which, for those of you who don't know, Rochester is kind of like, I mean, it's probably a pretty small city, all things considered, but it's northern New York. It was, you know, there's Buffalo and Rochester up there. So I'm staying with them, and we're just watching movies and stuff, and all of a sudden I hear somebody just yelling outside, just like full-blown, just screaming. I'm like, what the heck? So I look outside, and it looks like a homeless guy just standing there yelling. And I'm like, dude, what is that? He's like, oh, don't worry about it. That's just Roger. What? He's like, yeah, he walks around all day, and sometimes he stops and he starts screaming. And he just said it like it was normal. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, just, you know, don't get too close or anything. He's fine. It's pretty harmless. Okay. So that visit, I'd heard Roger probably 2 or 3 more times just out there screaming. He just walked around all day screaming around. I'm like, okay, whatever. So a couple years later, we went to go visit Steve again, and I had my girlfriend with me at the time, wife now. And we spent the night at Steve's place. No D. The D is silent. Yeah, no D on that Roger. We used to call him the Raj. So yeah, no D. So we're visiting my cousin. This is probably maybe 2 years later. And so we spent the night at his place, Steve's place. And we're sleeping. All of a sudden, my wife wakes me up and she says, babe, there's somebody out there screaming. And I roll over, I'm like, oh, it's just Roger, don't worry. And I went back to bed. Didn't even explain it to her, just, oh, it's Roger, don't worry. Oh, man. Just a great story. Just some characters. Oh, shoot. It's so funny. Oh, it's just Roger. But yeah, so the wedding mishap we had, I wasn't there for it. But one of my, well, he actually did 2 things, and I wasn't there for either of them, really. So one of my men of honor, what's the name? Men of honor, bridesmen, groomsmen. One of my groomsmen, men of honor. That's what they should be called. So one of my groomsmen, he got a little trashed at my wedding, which was fine. That wasn't a big deal. But he thought that any wine that wasn't used got lost at the end of the night. Like the company would keep the wine. I thought that was the case too, right? So when he did it, I was like, oh, hey man, good job. Like, awesome, you saved the wine. And then my wife comes up and says, well, no, we could have kept the wine if it wasn't closed. And I said, oh, well, shoot. So not a big deal. It was a couple bottles of wine, not a big deal. And so later that night, I wasn't here for this, but I guess we had but we rented like a big house that was right next to the event center. So the whole wedding party stayed in this big, basically cabin, this huge cabin. And so as me and my wife were kind of wrapping up September, nice. Ours was in November. So we did the first week out of season to kind of save money. It actually snowed that day, but it was still really nice. Anyway, September's awesome. It'll be a little bit cooler, and yeah, awesome. That's a great date. But so Steve, my man of honor, right? I guess he just got wasted, and they're trying to get him to go to bed, and somehow he got out of his clothes, right? He's in this cabin, and they're trying to get him some water so he can go to bed, and it's probably midnight-ish when this happens, but all of a sudden they're trying to get him water. They brought him down. He's naked. He just screams out, "Why won't somebody suck my cock?" And like, my aunt was there. My parents were there. People are trying to sleep, and he's ranting about this. He has no memory of it. I wasn't there for it. I would have thought it was funny. And that's probably the worst thing that happened at our wedding. And it wasn't even at the wedding. It was after the wedding. I accidentally said his name. This wasn't my cousin. This wasn't my cousin Steve. Just to clarify. That might not actually be his real name, for the record. Luffy, how's it going, man? Just going through some old stories. Yeah, so I used Steve as my cousin's name, right? But my cousin was at the wedding, but this story was not about him. Just to totally clarify, so we're on the same page. There's no secret, man. There's no conspiracy here. Lead him into these. I can't lead him. Dude, stop attack. Okay. But good to see you, Luffy, man. I've been thinking about your story like all weekend, just terrifying me. Oh boy. Oh, I meant to ask, do you have socials to follow? And Twitter, Insta? I know some people have private accounts though. I do have a Twitter account. It's in my bio. I basically just use it for news, because who wants to hear what I have to say, basically, about anything. But I do use it for, like, account updates. Thinking about it, I'm sorry if your wife did read. Oh, she did. She thought it was funny. Don't worry, man. It's all good. But it's just more like the reaction. Okay. So, Faye Loves redeemed. Where is the puppy? So, let me go grab my pup. Hold on. So, for the record, she doesn't love being grabbed, so I'm not going to hold her for a ton of time, but you guys will get to see her. And I'm going to bump it up, because I don't want this to be like an every stream kind of thing, so this might be a 10,000er going forward. So, give me 1 second. All right, Frank. I didn't think this was going to happen, Frank. Come on now. Come on now. Where is she? Frankie, I'm so sorry.
She's so comfortable.
Here, Frank. Let's go to your treats. How's it so far? All right. All right, we got treats for her this time. We'll give her some treats. Come here. Frankie, come here. Come here. Come here. How are you? Come here. Yeah. I got you. Oh. Oh. Okay. She's a big pup. Oh. Frankie, who is that? She's about due for a grooming. You a big pup, Franklin? Frankie, you a good pup? Let's see if she'll give me a shake. She probably won't because she's here. Shake. Frankie, shake. Frankie, shake. She does not like being on this chair. What are you doing, my sweet girl? Sometimes she'll grunt when I itch her ears. She's not gonna do it when I'm holding her. Yeah, she's a dog, but she's my puppy. She's always gonna be my puppy. She'll be 15 years old, still be my puppy. All right, here's your treats. Good girl. I'm gonna wash my hand after that. Okay, you can go. Good girl. You want to wave? No, hold on. Just do a little wave. Yeah, she does not like being grabbed. Okay, good girl. Good girl. All right, one sec. Let me wash my hands. Yeah, you were a good girl. Okay. Yep, so Frankie is a golden doodle. She's a black golden doodle. She's due for a haircut, so we're kind of holding off another month or so. We kind of trim her up ourselves, and then she gets fluffy everywhere else, but we trim her down for the summertime so she doesn't get too hot. I gotta kill one more guy, because I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, thinking about it, sorry. Yep, that's fine. I should have said that. Yeah, I'm gonna bump the cost. Just because she doesn't like being grabbed, and I don't want it to be like an every stream thing if she doesn't like being grabbed. But if she gets treats, she'll be fine. She doesn't like coming into my room because the vacuum cleaner's behind me. I'm sure you guys have seen it. She hates the vacuum cleaner, even when it's turned off. Like, she'll walk in, and she'll look at me, and then she'll eye the vacuum cleaner, and just keep doing that. Yeah, I was talking about, I was like, well, how much should I charge for this? She's like, well, I'm up to this many points. It didn't take me that long, even though I've watched you, the entire time, blah, blah. Like, okay, let's leave it for 5,000 and see what we get. So we're probably going to bump that to 10, just for the record. Maybe 7.5. So cash in while you can. And we'll get more stuff. I want to do more funny stuff. But yeah, she's due for a cut. She'll be getting a cut soon. What was I looking for up here? I'll never save, always redeem clap. It'd be funny if I can give badges based on what you guys redeem. Yeah, I wasn't sure because, again, it says that people redeem about 200 per hour if they watch for the full time. And I guess it's higher for subscribers. So I honestly wasn't sure. Where the flip do I turn this in? Did he walk away? Was I supposed to turn it in? But yeah, so I didn't want to, like, if she didn't mind being grabbed, I'd leave it at 5,000, but she's a bigger dog, and we didn't really raise her grabbing her too much, right? So I don't want to, force her to do it if she doesn't like to do it too much. Again, she's fine with it every once in a while, but not all the time. So do I have to kill this dude again? This is what? Oh, there he is. All right, come on, bro. Let's go. Let's go, Master Chief. Frankie is 5 years old, I think. 5 or 4 years old. And she's a good pup. So I've had dogs my whole life, right? And she has very puppyish mannerisms for a dog as old as she is that I've seen. Like, she pounces a lot in the backyard. She does like a little trot and stuff. Like, she's got a lot of character for a dog. And I'm sure everybody says that about their animals. I know, but based on the dogs I've had, she has a lot of character. Oh, see, I didn't grab that quest. Yeah, we picked her up. I think we got her when she was 6 weeks old. My wife couldn't wait to get her. And so she went down. It was like a 2-hour drive to go down and get her. And so we got her at 6 weeks. And she's a funny pup. I'm going to get a Frankie emoji for the channel. Because I want one. Because she's my pup. Or at least her picture in the challenge redeem or something. No, wrong button. Frankie's a sweet gal. She likes everybody she meets. She runs underneath people's legs when she first sees them. If she really likes you, she'll come up and she'll like go under your legs and then she'll like loop around and go under your legs again. Like, very friendly dog. Doesn't know how to bite. She couldn't bite. If her life depended on biting somebody, she wouldn't know how to do it. Won't get a dog because I like to travel too much. Yep, that's that does suck. I do like dogs quite a bit. We're lucky that my family doesn't live too far, right? So they have 2 dogs too. And we bring her over pretty frequently for play dates and stuff. But yeah, no, if you travel a lot, it's not really fair to your dog. So good on you. Good on you for recognizing that, Phalos. Got that head. And yeah, I'm a big dog guy. I don't want to. I feel like this stirs it up a little bit, but I'm not a cat guy. Not interested in owning a cat. Don't ever want to get a cat. Not that I don't think they're bad animals or anything. I just like dogs that much more, you know. So it's not an attack on people who have cats. For the record, I watched that Cat from Hell with Jackson Galaxy. So I think cats are very fascinating animals. They're just not the kind of animal I would want to own. But yeah, like Tool said, good on you, because it wouldn't be fair. Yep, exactly. Yep, and Miffins, that's totally fair. I totally respect that people are not interested in owning dogs. I'm just, in the same way, I'm just not interested in cats. Nothing personal. I think there's some very gorgeous looking cats. And part of it is I don't like shedding, right? So I would only really be interested in non-shedding dogs, too. So Frankie, for example, is a golden doodle. For those of you who don't know, golden doodles have hair. They don't have fur. So they don't shed nearly as much or at all. Nice. Yeah, it's crazy what some dog owners do. It's like, I was visiting... I gotta protect their identity. Let's say a friend of a friend. Visiting a friend of a friend. We're stopping by. And their dog was barking. So their solution was to, like, put it in this, like, closet side, like a wet room, like a mud room size room, and turn the lights off and just let the dog in there. It was barking the whole time we were there. I'm like, what? Why would you put your dog, like, why turn off the light? What is that gonna do? And it wasn't like a dog's room, right? There was no toys or anything. I felt terrible for the dog. Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like, yeah, people are weird. I get why people like dogs, but I watched a guy at our community garden plot try and get his dog back on the leash, and he wouldn't get within one step. It would just bolt. Yeah, dogs will do that. And that honestly is training on the person. Like, we don't let Frankie go out without a leash because, same thing, right? But she's good about, she likes treats. God, she thinks with her stomach. So she'll come back. She's also good about not bolting and going too far. But totally, I totally get that. Why the light? I don't know, man. I don't know why I don't know. But yeah, you just see that, like, people just, like, I don't know. Why get a dog if you're not gonna give it the attention, give it the loving that a dog needs, man? It's part of the family. That's always kind of how we considered our dogs. I feel like I'm sit mom. Like, this is not supposed to be like a lecture, life guidance stream. That's her business, man. So let me tell you about this one time I shit my pants. Let's get back on topic, you guys. No, I can't remember the last time I crapped my pants. Been a long time. If it's what about the UK you're from? All right, so question for you guys out there in Europe, like, and maybe this isn't applicable to you guys, but I've always, like, there's so much history. That's great. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I have a lot to say. I'm actually very introverted. Like, I don't really talk in person a whole lot. Like, if you met me at a party, I'd be like in the corner sipping my beer, wishing I was home watching Star Trek. Like, that's kind of how I do it. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. But what was it talking about? Oh, Europe. Okay, so there's so much history in Europe, right? Like, I live in Minnesota, so it's like there's just not been a ton of, like, recorded history. You know, a couple hundred years, but nothing crazy. Not even 100 years. Like 200 years. Not even. Oh, I get it. Yeah, Brexit. Yeah. You cheeky. You've got a bloody cheek. Is that a phrase? Did I use that right? Anyway, do you guys ever feel, like, concerned, like, swimming in a lake or swimming in the ocean, that, like, you're gonna step on like some sword or something, or like some body or some bones. Like, I have to imagine swimming in the Mediterranean Ocean has got to be like terrifying, right? Am I wrong? Like, what if you like buried and you like there's like a skull just sitting there? Like, there's been so much history. It's like there's just buried. It's just underneath you. That, I mean, you guys tell that story. Like, this guy like found a hole in his yard. There was like a church underneath him. It's like, it happens. Yeah. I would just be terrified of swimming in the Mediterranean Sea. That's where I'm going with this. Because there's got to be untold amount of bodies down there, and like ships and gold and treasure and stuff. You cope with it. It's part of the dangers of living in the EU. Is that not something you guys think about? You're walking along and like, bam, underneath some stone is like some priceless amulet that some dude hid because he was being chased. I mean, there's so much history. It's so interesting is also what I'm saying too. The EU has, you know, you guys reuse your buildings, right? We're out here, we tear them down and we rebuild what we need. Okay. I'm not going to be harassed about this. See, Whip Whistle knows what's up.
I am nature's rage.
I'm just curious. It's just a totally different area than I live. Oh, come on. I mean, the worst thing that we find is, like, you know, arrowheads. I think that's, like, the most interesting thing we find out here. And there is some native history, too. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. There is native history, but they're kind of, like, marked out at this point. But, I just figured, like, you see those stories, like, people find, like, an old-ass sword on the beach, or some shields, or a wrecked part of a boat. You know, just... I mean, what if there's skeletons down there, man? I ain't down with that. I probably will never go swimming in the Mediterranean Sea. I'd love to see it and, like, be on a boat, but I don't think I would ever actually swim in it. There's just, I mean, just imagine how many people have been killed in that ocean. In that sea, sorry. And there's just so much history there. You know, it's so interesting. Yeah, I mean, London's probably so well-traveled that you guys don't have as much of that, but... $10 on a bus. That's pretty good, man. Always a nice day when you find money. Oh, I can't believe I never mentioned this about myself. So when I was in high school, I actually worked at an arcade/laser tag place. And every once in a while, we have to clean out the laser tag area. And we'd find like $100 a go. You know, just money falling out of people's pockets. So if you guys have any questions about... I'm sure I'll have some stories about the laser tag days, but... yeah, good stuff. Did not pay very well, but it was fun. Dude, I probably wouldn't be too scared. I'd be stoked. Yeah, I honestly think it would overtake me, but I just couldn't think about, like, how many ships have gone down and, like, people losing their lives. And it's all history, right? It's all part of that history, but we just don't have that really out here. Have I ever been to Europe? No, I had an opportunity to do study abroad, kind of like what Simply did with New Zealand. I had a chance to go to London. I just didn't take it. And me and the wife had talked about doing, like, a river cruise. I think they're called the Vikings River Lines, where you start up in Northern Europe and work your way down through the rivers. I think we'll end up doing something like that. I'd love to. I love history. I would really love to come out there and visit. Is anyone here actually good at laser tag? Because last time I did it as a teen, I ran into the wall in the dark. There's a lot of you guys. People running into walls is not uncommon. I'll be honest. The system that we had, I don't want to say it was janky, right? But there was definitely some vests that were better than others. And so if you had a good vest, you'd do really well. Because you just compete. It was kind of unfair for some people because some people had crappy vests. And so we kind of had, like, employee vests where, like, maybe a shoulder sensor was broken. So you'd purposely lead with your shoulder that was busted and then shoot that way. I thought that wasn't fair, but there were some people who would do that. Look at this. What is that guy's name? Oh, look at this. XQC. I see that guy on the subreddit all the time. All right, who is it? Who's following me around? Somebody asked me what server I was on. I'm going to find you. Hold on. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Got some stalkers around here. Bergs? Cabber? Is that you? You guys see this? I have a stalker. And he's a High Mountain Tauren just to rub it in my face because he knows I wanted to play a High Mountain Tauren. Luffy, is that you? Oh, you guys are great. I knew exactly what you... Oh. Only let them if they can answer a question. You guys are great. This is funny. Alright. This is not the new player experience. Alright, I gotta go kill other named guys. See, now I feel like I gotta like wait up for whoever this is. I'm just gonna go. You can keep up with me. It's you, I figured. Nice, man. I was like, who is like, oh hey, there's a Tauren Druid here. And then I caught your name out of the corner of my eye. I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, what are the odds that this that it clicked for me. Well done. Made me laugh. And you're a High Mountain. Just to rub it right in my face. So for those of you who don't know, I wanted to play a High Mountain Tauren for this initially because in WoW, once you reach a certain level with a race, you get their race armor. And I don't have the High Mountain Tauren armor. I do have the regular Tauren though. And so I was going to level this character to 20 and then switch over to High Mountain if the chat was cool with it. But I forgot they changed it. So High Mountain don't start at 20 anymore. I don't know what level they start at. So it's too late for me to switch because I was already level 20. So Berg's over here decides he's going to style on me a little bit, which is actually pretty funny. I can appreciate that. Thanks, man. That was funny. Was I telling a story when I get interrupted? That was a good one. But yeah, EU, a lot of history there. Be curious to... You know what happens as part of everyday life. I just picture just a quaint old British man just saying like, yeah, what of it? It happens. Grow up. You find a sword, who cares? Good luck. Oh, shoot, wrong button. But yeah, would love to visit Europe someday. And no country in specific. You know, London, obviously. I had a big, in college, even still today, like, big Beatles fan, big Pink Floyd fan, Phil Collins. I mean, just the music has been... Oh, Dire Straits, duh, obviously. Big Dire Straits fan. So, in college, I was definitely interested for the music part of it. That, and I hear the queues out in the UK are impeccable. You'll never find a better queue. Where are you going, dog? I hope you appreciate that I called them queues and not lines, because they're lines in the US. Yeah, it was not a good line. You're all upset about it. Exactly. That's funny. Yeah, it's just part of a normal day when you find a sword pulled from a stone, and then, oh damn, I'm King of England again. Are you guys worried about the Knights Templar out there? I feel like the Knights Templar is probably a big part of your guys' everyday life. If you do come to the UK, get used to apologizing for things that aren't your fault. Someone walks into you, you have to apologize to them. Yeah, you're often thinking about the Knights Templar. I like, those are the kind of jokes I like. You know, maybe I'm a defensive, but I feel like whenever America's brought up, we're kind of getting pooped on. You know, I mean, deservedly or not, you know, whatever. But, I don't know, I just like having some good-natured fun. Oh, I've been thinking about the Knights Templar. That's great. I gotta get the stones. Oh, the Knights Templar. That's so great. Thank you for indulging me. That's so funny. But yeah, I would love to visit like Scotland and Ireland, like checking out. And apparently the flights are pretty cheap. Well, I guess they used to be for you guys. I don't know if they still. Sorry, I don't mean to be insensitive. But I guess it was pretty cheap to move around. I'd hear from people who did the study abroad thing. So, no, I always wanted to check out that area. It just seemed like really nice. I don't know. I think I'm romanticizing it a little bit. Like, you know, the nice, like, rolling green hills and stuff. I'm sure it's not like that at all. Apparently, you're not supposed to visit the southeast corner. Wales, you're not supposed to go down there? Is that right? My stepdad's from Illinois, and sometimes he does fun American stuff like grilled cheese. Actually driving on the wrong side of the road. Saying it's not cold out when literally starts. That's true, though, man. Snow will be falling. Dude, I was outside in my shorts, and it was like 47 degrees out. It was awesome. Ah, shit. See, that's you can't poop on anybody, because they're going to say that they're from Wales or whatever. You just can't. You can't say anything bad about anybody anymore. Unless you are that type of person, right? So I can make fun of people with patchy beards, for example. And Minnesotans. And New Yorkers. Well, isn't it in Wales they talk like this, right? Blimey? No, I'm gonna stop. Sorry, that felt dirty. Apologies. You have to pay channel points for accents. It's actually not even an option yet. Bloody hell, Ari. I hate that. And there's one phrase from the UK I hate. It is bloody hell. There's something about that just bothers me. Talk like this. Isn't it a little funny? I don't know. I'll stop. I'm gonna stop. I feel like I'm not enough of anything to claim any ownership of making fun of any part of me. Oh, come on, Phalos. There's gotta be something funny. What are you on about? Is that, did they say that? You what, mate? No, see, I don't even know enough about like that kind of stuff to make any kind of funny jokes. Just being ignorant. That's the funny part. Pretty sure we're supposed to kill somebody. Here. Hello, I'm American. I would like to eat a cup of applesauce now. Nah. If you said something like sugarier, it might be closer. Applesauce is good though, bro. Why are people hating on applesauce? Good on a pork chop? Very versatile. Got a little cinnamon. Yeah. Oh, what the shit was that, dog? You've never had applesauce? I mean, I could see... I mean, what'd you... I thought applesauce was kind of a universal thing. I gotta be real. I used to think it was crazy until I visited my cousin Philly. Yeah, it's just a nice... It's just like an apple sauce. Another thing that gets a lot of hate, right, is Cheese Whiz. Like, not that I haven't had Cheese Whiz in a long time, but it's not bad. Like, people just love to shit on Cheese Whiz. You get your cheese out of a can. Out here, we have artisanal gourmet cheese. Like, bro, I eat gourmet cheese too. I just don't have the money for it, bro. Cheese Whiz? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it comes out of a can. So what, man? It's not like cheese, right? It's not like I consider it a cheese. It's more like cheese flavoring. Activate the device. Yeah, you put it on... You don't like... I mean, I guess some people spray it right in their mouth, but... You put it on a cracker, it gives a little saltiness, a little cheesiness. It's fine. I only know Cheese Whiz from that quote in Blues Brother. Alright, well... Next time at a store, I'll get Cheese Whiz for you guys, and I'll try it out for you. I'll show you how you do it.
I hope you
But it's good. It's just, it's like, it's a cheese flavored. It's not. It's like sour cream. You guys have sour cream? It's like a cheese flavored sour cream. That's kind of the consistency of it. It's honestly probably a little thicker than sour cream. What the hell is this? Solar beam. Oh, silence. Nice. Good. Yeah, not a fan of cranberry sauce, guys. Sorry. We do that for Thanksgiving out here, and I just don't. I kind of get the appeal for Thanksgiving because you want something a little sweet to cut the savory, but the cranberry sauce in general is not my jam. And my wife makes it homemade, so it's not the stuff in the can before anybody says anything. That's what you miss, dude. Little Debbie's. Come on, bro. I'm not hating on Little Debbie's or anything, but there's better brownies than that. Okay, so as long as cranberry sauce is an everyday thing, that makes sense. Little Debbie's. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, growing up, I was an oatmeal cream pie kind of guy, but... Yeah, I've never, truth be told, I've never had the cranberry sauce from a can. It was kind of weird, you know, it had the shape of the can. Never stuck with me. Tell me, man, American food is good. I think. I mean, I haven't been to the UK, so I can't really compare, but man, I've had some good stuff. Truth be told, I've had some bad stuff too, right? Like, it depends on how good a cook a person is, right? Now, I'm not gonna poop on my mom, but I think even my mom's a vegetarian, right? So she doesn't know how to. She can't taste the meat she's cooking, so she kind of has to guess while she's cooking it how well it's gonna turn out. And she's made some good meat dishes, and she has some good meat dishes. But my wife, for example, eats meat, so she can taste it. She makes a very good meat dish. So, you know, you'll go to some friend's house or something, and they're just like, the food there is just garbage. Just like, how do you guys eat this? Kind of feel bad for them. American food is legit nice. The barbecue is nowhere near as good here. Yeah, barbecuing, slow cooking and stuff. And barbecuing is so unique. Like, if you go to the south east, like their barbecue sauces are more vinegary than sweet. And then as you swing south, it gets more towards the smoky, sweet barbecues and stuff like that. So I actually prefer the more Carolina style barbecue, where it's a little bit more vinegary, more acidic. Meatloaf. Dude, it's just meat mixed in with some breadcrumbs, some cheese, parsley, greens. Not greens. What the hell is the name? I can't remember. Yeah, it gets a bad rap. I mean, is it something you want to eat every day? Well, I eat it every day. It's something you got to do in moderation. The portions, you got to be a little... from what I hear, the portions is what the biggest difference is. It's just the portions are a lot bigger out here. Now, what do you guys think is the best... Fish and chips. That's British. That's all I got for you. Fish and chips and vinegar. Beans on toast. Yeah, blood sausage. I'll just check my relics real quick here, guys. Perfect. What region do you guys think has the best food? Chicken tikka masala is Indian, my man. Well, I guess I shouldn't speak. I don't know if that was invented, because I know there's a large Indian population in the UK. I didn't know if that was invented there. I was going to say, I think Indian food is the best overall package. But Italians, I think, are pretty dang close, too. In this man's humble opinion. Again, everybody's got their own opinion. Please don't email me telling me why I'm wrong. I don't care. Yeah, Italian's got a good package. It was invented by Indian chefs in the UK. A curry for the spicier hater. That actually makes sense. Yeah, I didn't want to... I know it's an Indian dish. I just didn't know where it was in the UK. Like Chinese food, right, is kind of Americanized out here. Where if you go to China, you're not going to get anywhere... You know, the food isn't close to the same. Mexican food, also very good. Mexican's a good pick. Japan has legit good food. Oh, yeah, dude. well, based on the Japanese style food I've had here, like just a lot of fish. Sucker for the fish. Good rice. Big sushi fan. Oh yeah, dude, some Caribbean food. The spiciness and the seasonings are just out of control. We had a coworker who ran a, oh boy, I'm gonna say the name wrong. Corolla. I have to look it up. But she did a lot of the soul Jamaican style cooking and catering. It was just incredibly good, like goat legs and stuff. Just awesome. She brought in one time. The British used to rule India, so we have a lot of... Yep, yeah, that I knew. That I knew. Gordon Ramsay goes to a lot of Indian places on Kitchen Nightmares. How do you guys like Gordon Ramsay? The UK version of Kitchen Nightmares is better than the US version. I want to just... That doesn't need to be said. I agree with you, man. Miffins. I could eat curry every day. And the reason I think Indian is so good is it's so versatile, right? Like if you want to be a vegetarian, you'll never run out of like good food to eat. Or if you like meat, I mean, you're basically just losing beef and pork, maybe. I don't think there's a lot of pork in Indian. I think he's kind of a knob, but the shows are interesting. Like I wouldn't want to. Yeah, he seems a little too intense for me. He seems like a little too on all the time, right? And maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. But he's definitely kind of like a perfectionist kind of guy, and I'm just kind of like, you guys want to hear a story about this time I farted really long? Like, he seems so wound up, he probably never farted. You know? And again, he seems like an okay guy. I feel like I say this a lot. I'm not trying to shit on Gordon Ramsay. $360, no big deal. I'm a professional gamer, you guys. So I've been telling, when I hang out with my friends or my wife, I've been saying a lot that I'm a professional streamer now. Just like anytime they have any criticism, I'm like, well, I'm a professional streamer, so I think I know what I'm talking about. Just keep using it over and over again, waiting for them to crack. We actually play Rocket League together on Tuesdays. So we'll do a Zoom call, or not Zoom. We use Google Duo. We do a Google call. And we play some Rocket League. It's pretty casual. You know, we're not good. I'm not good anyway. So whenever I do a mistake or I do a goal, I'm like, well, what can I say? I'm a professional streamer, which I'm not. I mean, the very definition of professional is not what I am. It's just funny. He's a lot different on social media and it's more casual shows. Kitchen Nightmare and Hell's Kitchen is definitely an overemphasized version. Oh yeah, that I knew. And I've seen his daughter, him and his daughter do stuff. But I still get the impression he's... I wouldn't say like his kids are like walking on eggshells or anything, right? But you could see that reality. And he's got some good shows. Like I said, his Hell's Kitchen in the UK, or not Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares in the UK is like really nice. Like he's actually a pretty down to earth dude in that. And then he does some traveling shows too, which are also pretty good. My parents are big into the Gordon Ramsay experience. They keep up with the Hell's Kitchen. They do Master Chef, all that kind of stuff. I mean, to be a chef is kind of... Oh yeah, you have to. I mean, it's kind of like being a professional athlete. You know, you have to be... You gotta have to have the ego. You gotta be on. You gotta, you know... He put his time in too, right? I mean, he's a good chef for a reason. He put the time in. Again, I'm not pooping on Ramsay. I'm not just curious what the opinion is. Oh boy, I'm talking a lot. Might take a quick break to grab a bite to eat real quick. Just stuff it in my face real fast. I actually have some leftovers from lunch. I'll probably just eat that really quick. He did go overseas to train with the French. Yeah, he's a professionally trained French cook. He talks about it all the time, too. I shouldn't say all the time. It just seems like he mentions it a lot. I don't know. Isn't there a joke where for an Englishman to find good food, he has to go overseas or something like that? I feel like I've heard that kind of joke before. I feel like that's low-hanging fruit. Like, we've all heard the, oh, I use vinegar to clean my windows, and the British are eating it. Blah, 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 blah. That's, yeah, overplayed. Get a new slant. Vinegar's dope, dude. As I'm getting older, I'm appreciating vinegar more and more. Used to put it in my water. I used to just do, 3 parts water, 1 part vinegar. Had a nice little flavor. Stopped doing it, though. Do you get your vinegar fresh from the tap or what? If you're buying store-bought vinegar, you're doing it wrong, man. You gotta squeeze it yourself. Yeah, vinegar water. Not in like a jug like this. It was more like a glass, right? But it had nice little, I don't want to say texture, right? But it kind of burns a little bit. And it was kind of appealing. I don't know. Quick pickled onions are great. Yeah, we do. I've not had, other than like the little mini ones that you put in your drinks, I've not had any of the pickled onions. Actually, more and more restaurants around us are doing pickled onions on burgers and stuff, and it's so good. Nice tangy, oniony flavor. It is dope. Pickled eggs are pretty popular around here. Pickled fish, too. That's a big Minnesota thing. Which I like some pickled fish, not all pickled fish. Alright, I want to hide all these quests because I'm not going to do it. Yeah, pickled fish. I don't know all the seasonings that go into it. Talk about all this food is maybe miss eating out. We're still in lockdown. That's right. You guys have this weird lockdown rollout, don't you? My company, we have a London branch. And so I'm part of a team that we kind of work closely together. So I work with some London folks quite a bit. I don't know what seasonings go into the pickled fish, to be honest, but basically you can do whatever you want. I've had some pickled fish I really, really like and will never stop eating it. And then I've had pickled fish there's some flavor to it I don't like. But yeah, you just stick it in with some, canning salt. Put your flavors in there. Usually it's with onions and peppers. And yeah, you let it sit in your fridge and just pick at it. I bet you I have pickled fish in my fridge right now. My father-in-law does a lot of pickling and canning and stuff. So he gives us the hookup. You saved enough money to buy a house in lockdown. Nice, man. Yeah, I was reading a Reddit post. So in the U.S., they've paused our student loans. And so my student loan payments are $700 a month, right? So since lockdown has started, I basically had that extra money. We've done a lot of renovations to the house and stuff. And it's been kind of eye-opening how having that extra money would be nice. Yeah, we thought about getting into it, Miffins, me and the wife. I was actually kind of leaning, because you know how everybody kind of has like a thing they do, right? Like everybody's got that person who bakes, right? That's my mom, or somebody who does the canning and stuff, or somebody who makes good salsa, or somebody who does blah blah blah. I want to be the beef jerky dude. I want to be the guy who smokes beef jerky and gives that out as gifts and stuff. Hope they do tiered lockdowns, to be honest. In Cornwall, we're in tier 1 for the longest time. I gotta be honest, lately, I mean, I think everything's open around us. You still need masks, kind of. It seems really wishy-washy. The town that I'm in is not considered, it's a suburb, but it's like almost a country suburb. So, I'm glad to hear you guys are actually taking it pretty seriously over there. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. But I also understand that some people can't afford to be in lockdown, right? Like their businesses depend on it or whatever. I don't know. It's a touchy subject. Would you guys say that you're overall, like, in terms of, like, pandemic response, are you, like, pleased with how everybody's performed? I feel like I'm a little let down. I just expected more. But, I don't know. We garden stuff, so it's a great double hobby. Christmas, you can do cookies, hampers. If you want to try something really cool, make some mead. Dude, yeah, the wife's a big mead fan. We have a big Renaissance fair that comes by us. And she loads up on the meat. I'm usually the DD because I don't like being drunk for like a long period of time. I like to be like wasted than fall asleep. I'm not really an all-day drinking kind of guy. How do you feel? Like I know it's not as shocking how many people in the UK are watching me. I mean, it's midnight over there basically. I actually, so when I raided back in the day in Classic, I had a British guildie. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was so funny. Like, he had just good cutting humor, good, quick. I mean, he was always just funny. And I think ever since then, I've always had a nice little appreciation for the British way. Yeah, gardening and canning, I mean, goes hand in hand. You know, you grow your own stuff, you save it for later, you pickle it up. It makes total sense to do it that way. What is a hamper? And then, yes, the cookies are... I'm sure my mom has talked extensively about the Christmas cookies. It's almost too much, but... I was super lucky I put 4 logs to the government. I paid 80% not of my monthly wage when I wasn't working. That's pretty sick, dude. Oh, a basket of jam and homemade stuff. Okay. A hamper. Is it like a gift basket? We call those like gift baskets. Care packages, maybe. Yeah, okay, cool. Dope. Yeah, it's pretty shocking there's so many UK people here. It's actually pretty cool. I love it. I work for the Department of Health for my state, and I have to say we make a lot of mistakes. I'm not happy about our response. Yeah. I mean, even like initially when people were taking it seriously, like people were still like buying too much stuff in bulk, and I don't know. It was disappointing. And maybe it was disappointing, you know, when we had the Spanish flu too, you know. That's pretty dope. Yeah, we got those checks, right? But oops. But me and my wife were never in a position where we both worked from home. Both of our companies switched over to it, so we're one of the lucky ones where we were able to. Our lives didn't really change that much, other than we stayed home more often. But it'll be interesting to look back, you know, 10, 15, 30 years from now, and kind of learn about this period, see kind of what they talk about in history. I think it's going to be overwhelmingly seen as kind of a disappointment, at least in the U.S. And I don't want to get political or anything, but Donald didn't help the situation either. I felt like it was kind of a fuel on the fire situation. And again, I'm not political. This is not going to get political or anything. I'm not going to voice my opinion, but it felt like a tough situation to deal with for somebody who wasn't a lifelong politician, you know. But anyway, it's crazy how states have so much control on their response to COVID. I couldn't imagine my country deciding what happens. Yeah, it's state by state, you know. It's weird to think about it, that each state does govern themselves differently, but when you go visit them, it doesn't feel any different, right? Like when I go down to Arizona or I go through, like, there's funny things that are different. Like in New York, for example. Yeah, I think if there had been a stable presidency, and I don't want to say it wasn't Donald Trump. Again, I'm not gonna poop on anybody. I don't think he did a very good job overall. But whatever. It was just kind of there was already kind of some tension brewing, you know, and then the pandemic just got everybody bottled up. Anyway. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what history says. I don't think it's going to look back very kindly. Yeah, it was so bizarre that how everything shook down. It's just like, just wear a mask, man. It's not about you, really. It's about protecting other people. It's like you have these people like, oh, I'll do anything for my country. I'll go to war. I'll blah, 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 blah. All right, well, just put a mask on. We're not, you know, that's all you got to do, buddy. It would have just been as bad as Hillary. You know, I agree. Everything slows down. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I think Donald Trump gets criticism, well-deserved criticism, right? But it would have been tough for any president, right? I feel like it would have been bad no matter who was in charge. He had a terrible response to it. That's on him, but it wouldn't have looked good. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a leader who would have come out of this looking good, right? Our gave us to work a little overtime initially, didn't pay us for the months, and HR was doing about it. All right, so chat's been funny. NG, good talk to you, man. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, streams are gonna go. We're doing 3 hours going forward. So hopefully you don't miss any. You don't come in late anymore. But have a good night, dude. Yep, we'll see you hopefully Thursday. It pays for months. Yeah, Phillips, that sucks. Were you considered a frontline worker? I gotta grab something from in here, I think. I need the threads. Where are the threads at? Climate threads. Oops. Yeah, that must have been a scary time. I mean, I remember looking at like emergency rations, like the dehydrated stuff. Like, we just gotta have something, you know. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I bought extra gas and stuff, just like panicking. And looking back, it was so weird. But in that time, you know, it was crazy. But yeah, that really sucks. Getting screwed out of your work is so lame. I coordinated the state's mobile testing for a while. Oh, nice, dude. They got to be pretty sick. Me and my wife did one. We just walk, you know, you drive up, you get swabbed, you're on your way. Like, it was a smart way to do that to avoid, like, contamination, but also really convenient, so people were all about doing it. Worst part of restaurants in the UK is that the NHS nurses only got 1% pay raise for last year. Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, I almost feel like there's going to be some kind of, like, you know how the 9/11 firefighters, they just got a bill passed that's going to give them, you know, insurance or whatever for the rest of their lives or whatever. I feel like there needs to be some kind of reimbursement to healthcare workers where, you know, recognition for your blah, 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 you know, sacrifice. So what's the sacrifice? You know, here's some additional cash or some additional tax benefits or something. I could see something like that coming, some tax breaks. And it should. Raise my taxes. I'd be happy to do it. Another thing they did for us, they always give us back pay, say thank you for the service. Yeah, blah. Oh my god, but I heard that on the NPR that the guy said it was considered a pay cut. Yeah, what a joke. Alright. Bang, bang. But yeah, it'll be interesting. History will be interesting to look back on this. And I think it's kind of cool because then we can say, yeah, we lived through it. Here's kind of what happened. You know, this is kind of a cool period in retrospect. Again, I didn't lose anybody to COVID. The person I know who had it the worst was my wife. She was on short-term disability from work for a little while. And recovered fine. And I had it too. And I just had a real bad sore throat for a little while. I missed a day or two from work. But overall, it was not too bad. But I know that we're kind of in that demographic that doesn't get hit too hard by it. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So it's funny. So I had my one-on-one with my boss today. We have monthly one-on-ones. I have not. Nope. I'm staying home. So Minnesota, it's still the vulnerable age groups and the frontline workers, right? So I work from home, so I'm not in any rush to get it. I will get it when I can, and me and my wife will. But you know, let's let other people who are more at risk go ahead. So I'm not sure when it's going to open up for Minnesota, but I've heard of a couple people being able to get it. Like they have like a lottery or something. It's just weird. I had mine a couple months ago. I got super sick. You hear that? Yeah, the 2-shot one. I heard that on the second shot, it kind of kicks your butt. Yeah. Defeat the... what do I gotta do? Kill this guy. Yeah, it's not fun. It was a weird one. What the hell is this? Typhoon. Oh, this is the one that knocks him back, and then I have one that is now Solar Beam. This class is confusing to me. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. So my parents are getting their second shot this week? I think it's this week. So I'm gonna check in with them, make sure that they're doing all right. They actually went the whole thing. They didn't get it the whole time. We don't think. COVID, that is. Yeah, I had mine. I was ill for a couple days. Arm ache longer. Yep, that's what I keep hearing people say about it. Anyway, so I was talking to my boss when I one-on-one, and my company went full work from home. We're about at the 1-year anniversary. And so we're talking about one-on-one, and I pitched that I want to work from home full time. I live about 45 minutes away from my job, and so it's not that bad a drive or anything. But it's like work from home's been so good that when the time comes, I'd love to be able to do it. Does anyone else find it really comfortable with their argument? Yes, really. I do. Yeah, it's a little. It's like we're not even out of it yet. Let's give us a break. Oh, I can just go up the fucking stairs. I'm a dumbass. So I said, yeah, I want to do the work from home when this whole COVID thing goes over. And she was saying, well, you know, with the trial that's going on, we're not sure if we want to go back in the office just yet. You know, when let's say by May things are blown over. She said, you know, while the trial's still going on, we probably will still be working from home. And that's the murders that took place in Minneapolis. My job's in Minneapolis. So, what the hell's the guy's name? It's Floyd something. I forget his name. But yeah, while that trial's going on, it sounds like my company's still gonna work from home full time. Which I didn't even think about that. I forgot that like those riots were taking place during all this pandemic stuff. It feels like it was so long ago that all that stuff happened, but it was a wild year. George Floyd. Yep. Yep, I think it's going to change for the better, too. I for the talk on my one-on-one, she said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get some full work from home when the time comes, but... Was not planning on getting political. I'm not a very political guy, you guys, so... It's funny how it can steer into that pretty easily. Oh, what the hell is all this shit? I don't want to do that. Still going through the trauma. Yeah, I mean, for some of us, it feels like it's kind of winding down, but people like Faye, you know, they're still right in the thick of it. Hey man, you're a pro streamer now. It's all working from home now. You know what? Honestly, if I could make a living doing this, I'd make the switch. If I could make pretty similar money, maybe less, I would do this full time. This is a blast. Blah. Spanner trying the 4-day work week. Yep. That's not gonna happen out here anytime soon, but you gotta have hope. I mean, honestly, I'm a desk worker, right? So, I think if you look at the numbers of how much work is actually done on an 8-hour day, it's not 8 hours worth of work, you know? Some days it's probably higher, some days are lower. I want to be careful what I say because... Actually, let me phrase. I work a full 8-hour day. I work completely until I'm exhausted. I spend every minute working at my job, and I love my job. And my company's great, and the benefits are good. I work very hard. Okay, I don't know who's watching. Just want to make sure that that's totally clear. I'm going to do a degree starting this year, and I want to pick something that lets me work from home. You feel exhaustion at the end of every shift from working so hard. Exactly. I literally just flop on the floor for a while. Take my pants off right away. Bro, that's what so I wear shorts like basically year round. I like being comfortable. I haven't had to wear jeans in like a year. It's been awesome. Like when I used to come home from work, I would take my jeans off literally in the kitchen. I would just kick them into the dining room and then I put shorts on. And I think my jeans are actually in the dining room still. I do the same thing. If I go out somewhere, I wear the jeans, I kick them off when I'm done. Yeah, Miffins, if you can. I mean, I considered my time, you know, valuable. My time is a resource, right? Yeah, I agree, Faye. Yeah. Give me some shorts, damn it. So, you know, I always considered my time like time and a half, or not even. I was like, I value my PTO at 10 times what, and for those who pay time off, is PTO. I value my PTO at 10 times how much my salary is. That's how much more I value my time. So by working from home, I don't have to drive. I get an extra, basically, hour and a half, 2 hours a day. So that's like getting 10 times my salary just in an hour a day from working from home. So, yeah, I'm totally into it. Wimp Whistle. Ditto that, brother. Ditto that. It's been phenomenal. It's everything I thought it was going to be. Everything I wanted it to be. Like, I was not disappointed by any part of my experience from working from home. Other than on the weekends, I've got nowhere to go, right? I still stay home. Oh, shoot. Do you miss any social interaction you would have? No, not at all. I'm a pretty introverted guy for the most part. So being able to work from home is great. And so my team is pretty close-knit. So we have daily stand-ups where we get together and talk. And I talk to people on Zoom and stuff. And actually, I would say I hang out with my friends more now than I did before. Like, I would say, me and my friends would get together, I don't know, once a month. Maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. And we'd get together, drink beer, play video games and stuff. And now with the pandemic, we Zoom call maybe once a week, We Zoom call and we do the same thing. We play video games. We just play them remote. I miss that being around them and stuff, but we see each other a lot more often. So I've heard this very often where streamers say they're really introverted but seem really extroverted on stream. Yeah, it's I don't know. If you saw me at a party, you would. I mean, unless I'm drinking, I'm pretty clamped up. And that's kind of why I started the stream on a Saturday so I could drink and have it seem normal. But no, I mean, I clamp up really really tight. It's one of those things where I think I'm okay at talking. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything. Like, I feel I can converse pretty well and have ideas and shit, but it takes energy for me to do it. Where like sitting by myself and like playing games by myself is like relaxing, right? And I'm having a good time here, but it also like as soon as I'm done, I like lay on the couch and I'm ready for bed. Like I'm just whooped because I'm so tired from doing this, even though I'm having a good time. And it's also a bit different because I don't have to worry about social cues, right? Not that I'm like, not that I have problems recognizing social cues or anything, right? It's exhausting. Like, do I have to worry about what I have to say about this person or this or, I'm looking at chat and I'm responding to you guys because I want to. I'm having a good time. But if somebody says something in chat, I can just ignore it. It's a little bit of a different interaction. I bet you if you were to put me together with multiple streamers, I would clam up though. Initially, again, unless I was drinking, in which case you probably couldn't hear the other guys because I'm so friggin' loud. All right, I have to kill Valkyrie here. Tongue is starting to hurt. I'm talking so much. These 3-hour streams might have been too much. Did I bite off more than I can chew? Ha ha ha. I have this inside joke with my wife that I don't know how to blink, or wink. So whenever I wink, I do this to her. As an inside joke. I've been playing WoW basically since it came out. I've been on and off playing it. Thank you. God. So, I played Classic for a long time, played TBC a long time. I played Wrath pretty extensively. Wrath is probably my best expansion in terms of like how much I enjoyed it, how long I played it. Skipped Cataclysm. Came back for some Mists of Pandaria. Really enjoyed that one too. And then I kind of play every expansion. I don't play for a super long time, but I played the expansion. I leveled up. I'll probably go through the raid once or twice, a couple times. I just kind of repeat that. I like to get, farm some of the transmog gear and stuff, so I'll do that, some old dungeons and stuff, but I don't play it super hard anymore. It's been nice. I've been playing WoW for a long, long time. Posture check. Oh, wow. Actually, I feel like the posture is actually in good shape. I'm not slouched over, right? I'm erect. Stiff. Posture is stiff. Yeah, it's just not the same, When I was younger, there's a little bit more of a magic to it, Because I played EverQuest before WoW. I actually played... Oh, I don't have any of these quests on. I played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes 2. That was the other MMO I played a ton of. And so I've been playing MMOs for a long time. So it almost... I would say it's part of my life that I play MMOs. But it's, there's a history there. Alright, where am I supposed to... I gotta kill these things. And then find the mother. I think there's demons inside here I can kill. But yeah, this just started as, so for Mondays, I just want to do, like, long-term projects, right? So I figure something that I know is WoW. I've never played a druid, so let's try it out, see where we go. So, I think other things I'm going to do are, like, RPGs. I'd love to play Jade Empire, if you guys have ever seen Jade Empire. That's a classic BioWare game that I think might be might do a Monday stream on. I've always wanted to try an MMO, but my addiction to Counter-Strike is... Dude, Counter-Strike is, like, the OG video game, dude. It's been around for so long... and, like, has not changed that much. I'm a little intimidated at Counter-Strike, just because it's so... The players who play it are so flipping good, right? Can't really bring myself to raiding the guild anymore. I joined one for Castle Nathria, and they were great, but I realize now I'm 25. I don't like the idea of waiting until a raid leader sets the time to break. Yeah, yep, exactly. And it's like, no, I mean, for me, it's... I join a guild, right? And they're fine, we clear the raid, but it's like... It's different than raiding with your buddies, Like, in Classic, you'd join a guild, you guys would level, you do dungeons, and then you'd start raiding with the people you've been playing with since the beginning. Nowadays, you just join a guild of like random people. Maybe there's some friends mixed between them, but it's different. And a lot of my friends don't really play WoW. Some of them do, but it's just not quite the same. I would say the last guild I joined that I had a really good time with was back in Miss. The guild leader was really generous. I was an undergeared paladin, and she took me into the guild, and she helped level me. I should say level me up, but you know, paladins back then geared up really quick. So yeah, same. I haven't logged into my paladin. I think it's been about 2 weeks. He's maxed out in his renown, right? So it's not like I have a ton more to do, but I don't know. It's just got a little monotonous. I'll come back for the new patch, but where the hell am I going? Ugh. I'll come back for the patch, but I agree. Let's see. I always want to try to move Wendy's Counter-Strike. I know he's overwhelming. Yeah, thing with MMOs too is that some of them run for so long that it's easy to get overwhelmed with how much crap there is to do. You know, I would say that what are the big MMOs these days? Final Fantasy 14? 14? I think it's 14. You got that. You have WoW, and then you kind of have some outlier one. Well, is there any other big MMOs going on? I mean, you have like Guild Wars 2, right? That's a fun game. I played that one when it came out. That was a really fun game when that came out. You have like your EVE Online, yep, which is again kind of a niche one, but it's been around for a long time. I mean, EverQuest is still going. They just released RuneScape. Yeah, RuneScape kind of is an MMO, isn't it? So I mean, it feels like all the MMOs that are popular have been around for. I mean, Guild Wars 2 came out in 2011 or 12. Oh, so like, what the hell is this? So, I mean, a lot of these MMOs have been around for 10 plus years. So it's hard to get into them just because it's the people you're playing with. It's kind of like Counter-Strike. Like, if I were to jump into Counter-Strike, I would expect to get destroyed. That and I play Call of Duty, and the games are just totally different. From what I understand. Counter-Strike is kind of more, I won't say it's more, but it's like, you know, position-based, knowing where people are going to be. Obviously, you got to shoot really well. Call of Duty is a little bit more forgiving with the shooting. Oh man, yeah, I did not sleep great last night, so I'm starting to feel the fatigue a little bit. But I'm still having fun. I mean, I could still go another 2 hours if I needed to. But yeah, I'm pumped to keep expanding the channel, keep doing content you guys want to see. I'm pretty stoked that you guys are digging what I'm throwing down. I'm about to die. F and see ya. Oh, come on! The thing with Counter-Strike is it's very simple, but people have mastered the fundamentals of the game so much it can be a struggle. Yeah, exactly. I was watching a clip, I think it must have been a month ago, where the guy had a sniper rifle, and he like turned and shot, then turned back, and I think they call it flicking, and he just like boom, and he killed somebody. And I didn't see where that person was, so I slowed down the frame so I could see it. And the guy was never in his crosshair, so there's just something I didn't know was happening. And obviously it's a pro player, so it's a little different, but you know, you watch like Donkey's videos or something. Like he's somebody who plays Counter-Strike a bit that I watch. Well, I didn't mean to pull that many. That was it on me, man. I didn't see these guys when I pulled. I feel like I'm missing like an AoE ability or two. Do you think we can preview the games people list together? Yes, absolutely, Phillips. That was my plan. Yeah, did not forget about that. Alright, we got them all dead. Good. Let's go here. But yeah, I was thinking at 50 subs I would add another day of the week that I stream. But I don't think I'm going to wait that long. It might not be this week or next week, but I feel the urge, like, because there's a gap between today and Thursday, right? There's, my brain is just friggin' fried. Was it a 2-day gap, 3-day gap? So I'd love to fit another stream in there so it's more consistent, so you guys don't forget about me. So I think we'll do that sooner than later, but it's not going to be right away. And that'll be like a retro game day. And then I'm up to changing shows too, so if you guys are like, yeah, this isn't quite working anymore, change it up, you know, just let me know. Always up for suggestions. But I feel like I'm a broken record. I'm just having a blast. It's a lot of fun. It's work, but it's fun.
My children cry as someone not
Oh, man.
you chose to
Yeah, I don't know how people do this day in, day out, right? Well, maybe because I worked a full day
you have passed the
and then streamed.
trial of will.
But even somebody like Miskiff, where they do like 8 hours, like regularly, and I know they make bank doing it, but it's like, how do you do that day in, day out, or whatever, you know, what Simply's doing? I mean, 8 hours a day doing the same thing over and over and over again.
As a gift for your selfless.
Especially as he was getting into the Minecraft stuff. I know he was trying to kind of not necessarily pivot into that, but he wanted to spend more time doing that. The same. Oh, it's the same artifact. They're both life. Is there an arcane here? No arcade. Ditto, dude. Did I get taunt? Rebirth. Nice. Cool.
And show these Vrykul the true fury of the storm.
I wonder if
Storm must pay.
the competitive nature of those games, like CS, is what's so exhausting. Because I'm kind of the same way. Like, I like the idea of playing Call of Duty or Smite, but when I get there, I'm just like, I don't know if I really want to do this. Not gonna lie, I also know how I watch so many hours of streamers too. Do you watch a ton of streamers? I think it's easier to kind of have it in the background while you're doing other stuff, though, too, right? It's kind of a nice background noise. You get to interact a little bit. It's kind of like conversing when you want to converse, you know? Because I'm here doing my thing, and you're doing yours, and if you have a question or you want to do something, I watch all 8 hours every day of Simply. Yeah, that's a lot of Simply. Dat boy. But if you're also working, I mean, again, it's just kind of background stuff. But that is a lot of stream, man. But shit, dude, I probably watch about 8 hours worth of YouTube during the day, right? I just have it in the background. I usually have like Let's Plays going, something pretty easy for me to watch. I play in a competitive European league where we play money for each season. When we get surprisingly how tired you feel. No, dude, there's that mental aspect of it. It's the same thing like working in an office. So you'll hear people say like, you know, people who work physical jobs, they're physically exhausted by the end of the day. But you know, people who work office jobs are more mentally taxed, more, you know, and they feel that too. So no, I absolutely believe it. And both, and not it's only the same game. It feels like the same game for me. Yeah, that's a good point, Faye. There's definitely times where I'm watching Simply, and he'll do a reset. I'm like, okay, let me take a break. Ooh. Ugh. Alright, we're actually making pretty decent progress today. I think we started at level 23. We are not gonna make it. Oh, we're 29. Okay, so part of this challenge. So for those of you who don't really know what's going on, so I'm leveling a character 1 to 60. It's a druid. I've never played a druid before, and so I'm trying to like the new player experience. I don't have any heirlooms. I have no gold, anything like that. And so when I hit level 29, I'm going to when I hit the 9 level of each each bracket, I'm going to PvP. So I'm going to PvP the rest of this level as just a way to you know, how does it feel like to PvP as a level 29 character? So let's go to quick match. I need to play as a druid. What's the queue time? 4 minutes, not bad. All right, so now get ready for me to get frustrated. now it's gonna be where you should get Mitch Jones to teach you how to PvP, or play druid. Is Mitch Jones the really handsome one? Let me check. That is not who I'm thinking of. Right? Does he stay with... He's with the guys, right? I'm trying to go into this class completely blind. I haven't looked up any guides or anything. Like, I know I'm not playing the class optimally. Oh, I gotta cut this guy up. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've heard the name Mitch Jones. I think my mom has said it a couple times. Alright, so we're just going to hang out here until we hit 30. I'm not going to leave this camp. Stay a while and listen. Oh boy. Only Monday. I think I said this last year. I might take tomorrow off. I feel like I say that every day. And in my off days, I just play Call of Duty or something. You know, I don't even really do anything. Have I talked about bidets on this stream, brother? Oh, this stream, Monday. Yes, I did. I said, in a pinch, bidet water can be used as a fountain replacement. 10,000 subscriber special. I'll drink my bidet water. I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna clean the bidet. Don't worry. It'll be clean. It'll be fine. And I'm also probably 10 years away from 10,000 subs, so I'm not even that worried about it. You do say about calling out a... Yeah. It's just the idea is so intriguing, you know? And it's not about the day off, it's the night before that's so good. Because then you're relaxed. You can do whatever you want. And then you don't have to worry about the next day because you got the day off. I do use my PTO pretty liberally, so... But yeah. So yeah, if I were to take the day off... Oh, look at that. That popped quick. What would I do? I mean, tonight... I've been thinking about watching the Snyder Cut of that movie. Justice League. But stay up, drink water. I don't know. It's not quite like what it used to be. A couple years ago, I'd be like, oh yeah, I have all these games I want to play and stuff. Nowadays, I'm just tired. Getting old, man. Getting old. Can sleep in. That's what I'm looking forward to. My fiance liked the Snyder Cut. I didn't see it. I've heard it's better than the original, and I didn't think the original was really that good. It was fine. It was whatever. I don't think anybody really expects that much from DC movies, but I think my wife's watching it now, or she was watching it. I wasn't gonna watch it even though I haven't watched the original, but the 4-hour run is putting me off. Yeah, I've heard it's broken up into parts actually. So like every once in a while, it'll say like part 2, part 3. So they kind of give you natural breaks. So it should be pretty easy if you wanted to stop and start that you could do that. All right. So right away I can tell that this UI is just not... Oh, I got a talent! It's just not working for me. I feel like Tiger Dash is probably the best one here. That's pretty good too, though. I'll go renewal. I feel like I need some more healing. No, he dipped out. I didn't see him anywhere after I called him out. I'll take that as our talent. I don't know if I have PvP talented here or not, but that was funny though. Just caught the corner of my eye. Like, who is this guy? Pretty lucky that we weren't like phased out of different shards though. Alright, let's see how this goes. You're gonna level the Druid Labor? Okay. That was so funny, dude. That made me laugh. As you saw. Do I not? I have to stand still to... Okay. Do I not have the epic speed? What's going on here? Do I have to buy the epic speed? I might have to buy it. My slow ass go. God. Yeah, here, take me with you, dude. Alright, so I think I'm going to end this stream by going to Ogre Mart and seeing if I can buy Epic Speed, sorry. I thought I had it because it was running around pretty quick, but I apparently don't have it. Ah, this is bad. Alright, so immediately we are outclassed with the speed. How do we get off this guy? Here we go. Oh god, what the... I'm good at PvP. Hey, I got a kill. That guy thrashed me really fast. And there's more than one person. And there's absolutely more. Oh, Miffins, dude. Weren't you gonna clap me? No, clapping would be worse. Alright, I'm gonna try my best to not jump. My thumb is like off. I'm like holding my thumb up so that I don't jump. Oh god, I can already feel it. What a cheese dick, dude. I had a guy, one of my roommates in college, he used to call everything a cheese dick. Oh, don't cheese dick me like that. Oh, get the hell up. Oh, shoot. I almost jumped. I don't know how to play this game without jumping, man. I gotta put a time limit on this. Let's say till I die. Until I die or until I get a kill. Yeah, this is great. Oh shit. Let's say until I get a kill. Because I'm about to die here. It says 5 minutes? Kill is cool. Okay. I gotta go back and change that. I just threw it on as a default thing. Is there a scoreboard? How am I doing the damage? Look at the not last. Earned your jump back, exactly. I was like, what the hell was that guy doing? Didn't realize he was a monk. He was a monk, sorry. Starting to get the mush mouth. Okay, well, how the hell did that guy not take any damage? I'm getting healed by somebody. Can somebody please explain dick cheese? No, yeah, so you're cheese dicking somebody, so you're messing with them. That was so I have some roommates. There's a part of Minnesota called the Iron Range, right? And so it's in northern Minnesota, and it's a section of the state where iron was mined. So it's called the Iron Range. And so there are a lot of goofy people there. They're good, they're kind people, right? But they're weird. And so he just had this phrase like, "Don't cheese dick me. Don't be cheese dicking me." Or I cheese dick that guy. It's just like, it's like you're messing with him. You're playfully messing with him, kind of. You cheese dick them. It's just a mannerism I heard in college. I went to college in northern Minnesota. Yeah, I suppose you guys would have no idea what cheese dicking is. Yeah, so it's just you're just messing with somebody. It's basically the idea. Oh, I was just about to jump up that cliff, dude. I'm pretty proud of myself. Oh, fuck, I jumped. mean, am I able to inspect this guy? So for those of you who don't know, there's something called twinking in this kind of game, where essentially you take your character to the max level that you can be in this particular bracket, which is 29, and then you buy him the best gear that a level 29 character can wear, and you enchant it with the best enchantments that a level 29 character can enchant with. So these characters will basically just dump truck you, which, for those of you who don't know, dump trucking is just like you get wrecked. They'll just wreck you. So I don't know if that's what's happening here or not. I could just be on bad. I totally accept that. It doesn't seem like I'm doing a lot of damage to these guys. So he has like a little over 2,000 life. Okay, so I mean that looks fine. I don't know. I don't want to blame. See, like this is just me being in a bad spot here. Just go back here. Oh fuck. Okay, I think I got my jump back there. That was 3. I didn't die from that. I contributed. I'm taking my jump back. Feels free. Okay. Alright, that was not bad. This is capture the flag, so I should focus on capturing the flag. Let's see what I can do. Druids are supposed to be the masters of carrying the flag, so let's see if I got what it takes. Probably not. Back in Classic, this was like the only battleground you had was to do this capture the flag. Yeah, that or Ultrac Valley, which is like a big one. And man, we spent hours at night. You know, high school Andy playing this game. I refer to myself in the third person sometimes, just so you guys know. Why do I do it? I refer to myself in the third person when I'm trying to make myself seem goofy. Like, or if I'm making fun of myself, I'll refer to myself in the third person. So, just another mannerism you can pick up on. Alright, what are the odds we're going to make out of this alive? Yeah, we're going to avoid them there. Oh, they got the flyback. Shit. I didn't expect that. Sprint over there. I had no faith in my teammates. I accept that. Really wish I was using like a good UI too. Because I'm like trying to look over here and see stuff, and a good UI would help out with that. Bang. Quick cap. What is that? I've never unlocked that before. That's surprising. I think we got this in the bag. Grim Reaper. Hey, I did it. Alright, let's try and get this flag, wrap this up. What a guy. There we go. See, I like to be more of a support person in Battlegrounds because I feel like people tunnel vision on their target, and you can just be off to the side, like, controlling the battlefield while they're wasting their time focusing on the wrong thing. Shift, please. Thank you. See you, bro. And I'll take that. Look at this. Be the change you want to see in the world. What a good team. I prefer PvP if I have a group of friends to play with, I think. But overall, I prefer PvE. Much less frustrating. Never really got into Arena a ton. There was one season where I ranked pretty good. But as I get older, the less stressed I can be about video games, I find the better off I am overall. Not that I get super mad or anything. It's just it can be very frustrating. I have this problem sometimes when I play with my friends. Like, I like to win, right? I'm a competitive. I like to win. I get kind of frustrated because my friends, we're all at different skill levels, right? I think I'm... Yeah, they changed up the map quite a bit. I get frustrated easily when I play, even with my friends. So I gotta be mindful of that sometimes. So I did bad. I did very bad. I mean, I got 2 captures, but in terms of damage, I did not do very well. I mean, look at this though. Hunter. Like, you tell me, look at this, 56, 133, 122. I mean, this could be for their account. It's for their account because I'm what, 10? But I mean, look at that. Those are all hunters. So I would assume those are all twinks. I shouldn't assume all of them are. But this guy, look at him. He's got double the damage of the next person. Like, you tell me this guy's not a professional twink? Anyway, look how much experience we got. So we just got to play 2 matches and we're good. So we'll save the next match for next stream. But that's cool. I thought, all right, as a player, I thought I contributed to winning. I mean, I captured the flag, right? But I felt like I was able to do some things. Maybe not a ton, but I felt okay. So I can see how a new player might be okay with that experience. We're getting our rest experience this time. So there we go. But all right, let's Alt F4. So how many levels did we get today? I think we started at 23. So we got 6 levels. Not bad. Pretty pleased with that. So, okay. So, stream idea that I had was going to be playing retro games that I grew up with and then also retro games that you guys grew up with. I don't know when this will be taking place. I'm not sure when I'm going to add it to my rotation. But as you guys get ideas for games that you'd like me to play, let me know. So, I'd be looking for mostly old school games, like cheaper games or games I can emulate. But if you have ideas for games, let's chat it out. So, Legacy of the Wizard. If you can tell me the platform too, that'd be awesome. And I can make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. You can't make font bigger in WordPad, can you? Actually, you know what? Let me make a Google Doc. Just like old school retro games, right? So I'm gonna... Oh, Luffy, I'm not sure if you were here for that part of the stream. I want to do an extra day a week. And the idea I had for the show, because I like to do kind of show-based days, so you guys know, like, okay, Mondays is going to be, he plays a game long-term. Thursdays is wild card. It's basically whatever I want to do. Saturdays more multiplayer. So this would be more retro gaming focused on games that, we grew up with, right? So if you had ideas for games that could be added to that list that you'd like to see me play, that would probably be that day that we do. And I could see maybe like ditching the wild card and we do 2 days of retro, or maybe we do 2 days of the month. I mean, I'm flexible. We can get flexible with that. So let me log into my account here and let's get a Google Doc set up. I think what I'll do is I'll just throw it into my About section, and then you guys can add in your suggestions in there too as you learn about them. Again, not going to promise I'm going to beat all of them, but we can definitely try some out. This is not what I was looking for, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, this is it. Okay, Google Docs. All right, so I'm pretty new to Google Docs too, so cut me some slack. One of the Gauntlet games. I could get Simply in on that. Absolutely. Yeah, Croc 1 and 2. Yeah, I can check that out. I got Chatterino open. So, all right. So let me... Actually, let's not do a doc. Let's do... A list. Or sheet. I was always a yellow wizard. That was always my yellow wizard needs food badly. So let's go. Name of game. System. And again, we're trying to keep it cheap for me so I don't have to buy a ton. So any emulation I can do would be awesome. So name of game, system, and then suggester. And you guys don't have to... name. I can't spell suggester. So let's just say name a game, system, and then I'll include a link to this in my channel so you guys can just add it, and then we'll go through them and maybe randomly throw, we'll do some kind of random thing and we'll just pick one and go for it. So we got Legacy of the Wizard NES. And if you don't want me to put your name on there, let me know. I'm totally fine with not including your name. But just so that when I do play it, I can call you out and be like, hey, we're doing it. So we had Legacy of the Wizard. Warcraft 2. Bro, I have it. I have it on Good Old Games. So that's comp. Okay, so Faye loves. Warcraft 2 is a little rough around the edges. Good Old Games fixed the issue, because there's an issue where like the screen would move really quick, but that is a good idea. You know what? We'll even throw Warcraft 3 on there. I know that doesn't quite fit, but I wouldn't mind going through a playthrough of Warcraft 3. So we have Wimp, Whistle. So I'm gonna throw a couple of mine on here. Yeah, we can do either of those. I like Metroidvania games. Throw a Stone Keep on there. That's for comp. That was... just type my name. Tool. Like a Fallout. Yeah, I was just going to play Fallout 1. Fallout 2. Those are both for computers. The whole reason I want to do this was, in fact, Golden Axe. So we're going to throw us Golden Axe on there. Golden Axe. Is PS1... what's the word? Emulatable? If not, I can stream from my Xbox too. Oh yeah, we're gonna get going here. Don't worry. Okay, so let's go PS1, and I again my Xbox can stream stuff too. So I might even just have days where I'm streaming on my Xbox. Maybe I don't have the camera on or anything, but you guys can hear me yell. Let's say Gauntlet Legends. Me and Sybil used to play this on the Xbox, so I'm just gonna put Xbox, and I'll put you down. Was it Miffins who suggested it? Yeah, Miffins. Okay. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. There was a Castlevania I played on the DS that I freaking love, dude. I don't remember which one it was, but you had to like draw symbols to kill end bosses and stuff. It was so much fun. Symphony of the Night, and that was PS1. That was my boy Luffy. MTL, Dawn of Sorrow. That sounds familiar. Dude, that game was so good. Like, the drawing, like, sucked, but it sucked in, like, a good way. Like, it's like, oh, dude, I loved it. I remember farming, like, materials and that. I loved it. Such a good game. Convinced me that buying a DS was a great idea. And it was. It was a great system. Yeah, I'm going to put that down. Just because I'm not familiar with any PS1. I have, the other, like, the old school systems, PSE. And so, we had Golden Axe was on there. All right. Any other suggestions for now, guys? And again, I'm going to put this in my bio, so if you come up with any suggestions, feel free to throw them on there, and I'm going to add more to it too. Yeah, let me find that. That was Croc. My favorite 90s games. It was Wimp Whistle. Croc 2, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Yeah, let's throw Croc. I'm not familiar with it at all, but if it's a favorite, we can check it out. We'll say Croc 2. Don't know its system. And this was Wimp Whistle. And then I love Heroes of Might and Magic. I honestly don't think Heroes of Might and Magic would make great streaming content because the games are so long. But let's throw it on there just in case. That was another game that me and Simple used to play a lot. Oh, boo, dude. I don't know about the Donkey Kong trilogy. That might be too much for me. I got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this. Donkey Kong Country. Trilogy. That is that NES or SNES? I think it's SNES. We'll say Luffy. And then we'll also throw in the Super Star Wars series. Wouldn't mind trying that. I saw Dark Souls somewhere. Blitho, yes. So Dark Souls, I think, is going to be what I do after I'm done leveling in WoW. So that'll be the Monday stream. So I think what we're going to do is Chat, I think you guys are going to pick a class for me in Dark Souls, and I'm going to play it. I've only ever really beaten Dark Souls with a sword and shield. So I've never played a spellcaster in a Dark Souls game, and I've never played as a two-hander for a long time. So yeah, but Dark Souls is going to be a Monday thing once I'm done with WoW. Game would be cool to stream, but not super fun to stream. The Sims. Oh, dude, I did play The Sims. We could do the first house. We don't have to play it we don't have to beat it or anything. I would love to see that original first house, the first Sims. The Sims was too young. Bidets weren't a thing back then in the U.S. That reminds me of again another one that might not be fun to watch, but Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Coaster Tycoon 3. That was a comp. Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah. We'll say everyone liked that. And then, is there really a bidet mod? That's incredible. All right, I'm gonna put a slash bidet mod. We'll look it up. All right, and then I would love to do a point-and-click adventure game. Are you guys familiar with Putt Putt? I think there's like Putt Putt Goes to the Moon. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like this old school style point and click adventure game, right? Oh, I don't remember the graphics being that bad. Where Putt Putt gets stuck on the moon. He was at a fireworks factory. He accidentally created a rocket and went to the moon. And they're just a nice little fun point and click game. And as a kid, I used to beat the crap out of these games, right? Like I would just play, like there's Putt Putt Goes to the Moon. There's a couple different Putt Putts. And there's a Freddy Fish too. I think I liked Freddy Fish more. I don't think I played this one. I definitely didn't play 4. Oh, boys, are we going to have a Freddy Fish night? Are we going to have Freddy Fish Fridays? No, please. Oh, my goodness. We'll say tool and tool. Okay. I wonder if those games are even for sale. I wonder if I could find them. You could probably torrent them. But all right, we got a nice little start of a list for a day of the week where we do some old school games. And again, maybe we don't beat them, but we play them and try them out and go through some nostalgia stuff. So, but all right, you guys, it's past 8. So once again, thank you for hanging out with me. Again, I really appreciate you guys, spending time with me. That means more than the donations and stuff. So, or the subs. Just you spend time chatting with me. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. Hopefully, you guys are too. So. Great, Miffins, man. I like that. Yeah, let me restore your mod stats before I forget. I have to do that on the Twitch homepage, I think. So I'll do that. But yeah. So we've reached level 29. I would say it's probably gonna be another 3 weeks of. Is my shirt trashy? No. I just got this out of the washer. It should be fine. But yeah. So we'll pick up on Thursday with the wild card. We're gonna do Slay the Spire. If you guys are interested in doing like a stream race, we can all use the same seed. And see who can get to the end the fastest. That could be fun. So we'll do some Jump King. We'll do some Slay the Spire. And we'll see where it goes. Loop Hero. I thought about playing Loop Hero just to farm resources. I didn't do it, but I probably will. Just to kind of progress that a little bit. But all right, you guys. As always, thank you for hanging out with me. Really do appreciate it. You're the reason I stay. So, all right, you guys. Have a good night and have a good week. Oh, remember, Dream Journals. Dream Journals for Thursday. I'm going to write one down. I'll probably have multiple, but have a good one. Have a good dream ready for me. So, all right, you guys. Have a good week. Talk to you later. Thanks for hanging. And, yeah, we'll see you Thursday. Bidet's stream. There's got to be something we can do with that. I'll think about it. Night, you guys.